was #1 for 2 consecutive episodes. And in the first episode, Secret Garden held the top spot, but since then, Thunder Cage has dominated Albion. So we're kind of practically living in the Republic of Thunder Cage. And we can't forget vehicles as well. So let's see which hoverbike our descendants rode the most. And looking at the cumulative playtime by each vehicle, Vortex takes #1 with about 8.31 million hours. And in years, that's 949 years. Glide 4 and Orca have also clocked hundreds of years of playtime as well. And the total performance modified for vehicle options comes at roughly 13.26 million. You can really feel that obsession with finding the perfect setup.
Yo,
I guess
what's up?
players have been really serious about setting up their hoverbike. Well, about 28,000 players enjoy speed as they hold 3 or more max speed on boost options. And
Yeah, I wish I could get that.
930,000 paint was used to customize vehicles. Fast and stylish indeed. Moving on to combat data. First, total missions played over the past 2 years.
Fucking 7 minutes ago, I looked it up. There was nothing about this, so I thought it was gonna be another video. And then people start posting fucking like, "Oh yeah, here's codes by the way." I'm like, "Well, thanks for letting me know."
Void Abyss Intercept Colossus have been defeated at a cumulative.
Fucking, I had to like rush on, fucking get everything started and shit like that. Oh my god, you don't know how fast I fucking hurried to this bitch, dude.
Now here's a great example. Wall Crasher. It's been defeated about 2.65 million times.
Micah, thanks for letting me know.
The real story is in the average kill time. So in Season 3, Episode 1, it took about 3 minutes and 17 seconds. In Season 3, Episode 2, 1 minute and 25 seconds. And in the most recent Season 3, Episode 3,
why do you think I put that message up?
4 seconds. So it's like more than 3 times
faster. I didn't know there was going to be a dev live. They didn't give a notification or anything.
They are getting stronger. Now, let's look at something a bit fiercer.
Why do you think I wasn't live beforehand?
Well, 718,000 matches have been played.
I don't have a Twitter, bitch. I told you this before. You could have just said, "Hey, Saint, by the way, there is a dev live."
Completed all the way through Wave 7 of difficult 3, the highest difficulty.
Excuse me, bitch.
We aren't
I
done
swear.
with the infographic yet, but from here, the numbers get.
I was kind of hoping for people to have my back, but I guess not.
So total gold earned over the past 2 years comes to about 558 trillion. So
especially one of my mods too. Like, what the fuck?
Trillion, and 421 trillion of that has already been poured into research.
You knew? Nah.
The biggest hoarder is
okay, so usually they put like a little thing on YouTube that says, was it, "Hey, dev live here, was it in X amount of time?" They didn't have that. So I was like, okay, maybe they're doing another fucking video thing. And then all of a sudden Micah out of nowhere starts posting to the Discord, "Oh yeah, here's a code by the way." I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, Micah, tell me these things.
Albion big spenders. Guys, please keep accumulating gold and spending that gold. And we also have research. Total research count over the 2 years reached about 500 million. Among them, they're off. #9488.
What a fucking name.
Single-handedly ran. Wow, that is like 43,871 research orders. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Now, let's look at Ancestors modules. About 62.1 million modules have been acquired. And here's the fun part. The number of readjustments is about 64.6 million, so which is actually higher than the number acquired. So this means that, players focused on their favorite models and readjusted them repeatedly until they got the option they wanted.
No.
Moving on to titles. Okay. There are currently 590 titles in total, and not a single descendant has collected all of them yet. The top holder has about 565, and they are just...
Really? No one has all the titles?
Hey, if you're watching this broadcast, we are cheering for you to complete the set. And the figurines that fill our lounges have been popular as well.
Oh my god, it's all the swimsuit ones.
39.71 million
it's all the swimsuit ones.
With around 7.32 million currently on display. Out of the 349 figurines released, the top collector has collected 194. That is so
It keeps
And finally, fashion.
uninstalling,
Let's look
not
at the most
uninstalling, like
popular
leaving and
female
shit.
skins of last year, starting with female skins. Number 1 was the winning entry from the 2025 skin contest. A skin created by our descendants themselves, taking the top spot. That
you got
is
those?
truly
I think everybody got
meaningful. And following that, Summer Paradise and Sunset Cocktail were also well received with their bright looks. Rabbit Game and Lounge
The underwear making top 5 is crazy. I'll be real.
Moving on to male skins. Number 1 was Knight Rider. You know, that signature edgy rider vibe.
I'll be real. The Knight Rider is probably the best one.
The agent look of
I'm surprised the Cyber Warrior didn't get second. The Cyber Warrior one's dope as fuck.
Cool, and Cyber Warrior, Creature, and H1 Racing Suit followed with a wide range of skins that were all evenly loved. Yeah,
Creature being that high up is
that
insane.
was the
by the way.
infographic of our past 2 years.
That thing, in my personal opinion, that thing kind of ugly as fuck.
Time our descendants spent in Albion and the story we've built together. Thank you again, descendants, for being here through all of it. Now, for a meaningful moment like this, hosting it alone would be a shame. Let me bring out the 2 people who've been building this journey together. So let me introduce the executive producer of The First Descendant, Bumjun Lee, and our creative director, Min-Suk Ju. Come up to the stage, guys.
Oh my god, the fucking horse mask. The horse mask.
We don't have a crowd, so I'll be cheering for them. And it looks like, yeah, this isn't our creative director here. It's a guy with the horse mask. Oh yeah, say hello to our.
He better do the whole interview with that mask on.
안녕하세요.
He better do it with the
Hello
mask
everyone,
on.
I'm Bumjun Lee, executive producer of The First Descendant. Hello descendants, I'm Essimo.
Why is Essimo here? It is a real clue, and hey, it's been a while, since the 3 of us got together on a stage like this to meet with our descendants. Oh yeah, and he is here. And now that we're at the 2nd anniversary stage, how does it feel?
네, 1주년 행사라는 게 엊그제 같은데 벌써.
It feels like the first anniversary was just yesterday, but here we are at year 2. I'm very thankful and emotional, though I feel a bit nervous. Now in Korea, it's currently
Looking for a
9.
stream? Oh shit. Yeah, I kind of had a late start. I'm sorry.
We are doing this live stream so early in the morning.
I thought they were just gonna do another YouTube video, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, get hit with the live stream. I'm like, oh shit.
Audience, so we wanted as
So
much
it's like, dude, you don't know how
as
fast
possible.
I fucking
And
raced
for
to
the
this
first
bitch.
time for our live stream, we are providing simultaneous interpretation. So for a Korean audience, you can tune into our Chijijik channel for.
Yeah, because it's like, if they're gonna do another YouTube video, I was just
Maybe
gonna go
we'll
get
just
fucking,
go
I'll
over
start
this
normal
later
time.
on as well.
So I was gonna just start
And
normal time, and then all of a sudden, was it Micah started posting
you enjoy
codes
today's
in the
Descendant
Discord.
Fest.
I'm like,
Thank
wait a
you.
minute, what the fuck, dude?
네, 먼저 2년 동안
Not live though?
즐거운
What
시간
do you mean it's
Well,
not
first, I
live?
want
It
to
literally
express
says
my deepest
live.
gratitude to all the
It literally
descendants
says
who have
live
stuck
right
with
here.
TFD
감사 인사드립니다. 그리고 오늘
for the past 2 years. And
No, Rose said. Yeah, I
thank
didn't know
you
that either.
for
드리고요.
everyone tuning in today to today's Descendant Fest.
Micah,
Since you've taken your valuable
good,
time to
dog?
join us, we'll make sure today's
It literally
2-year
says
anniversary
live right
Descendant
there.
Fest is packed with exciting news and updates.
Yeah, well, we just looked back at our past 2 years through the infographic. Now it's time to.
They
talk
have a
about
live
what
chat
is
going
ahead.
on,
I
dog.
think
How is this
everyone's
not
been waiting
live?
long enough, so let's jump right in. All right, let's begin by introducing new content for season 4. And first thing to see is the new storyline. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so let's get right into our trailer for the season 4 story preview.
The weaker and more fragile a thing is, the more fiercely it bears its fangs. Your desperate struggle is nothing more than futile defiance against a predestined doom. Witness the end of your descendants as they fall, weak and broken.
They finish Blood Iron after this. Oh shit, oh shit.
I shall reclaim the legacy you hold, and forge the one true path for my homeland, Pripyat. I bring an end to this cruel, century-long wait.
Ah!
Ingress,
All that build up, and you miss.
accept your end.
Oh, that's dope. If we actually have like an invasion, like of Albion, that'd be insane. Those Goku trailers, they do. Oh shit, Miss Trips, what the heart me? Thank you so much, Miss Trips. I appreciate it.
Woo! Yeah, wow. You know, I heard the subtitle for season 4 is The Great Clash, and just from the trailer, it feels like it matches the name. The atmosphere seems like Carell's going out all out.
Take a screenshot
offensive.
every time I
Great
see something
Clash
cool.
really
Hell
is
yeah.
approaching. So, director, what kind of story does this tell?
네. 시즌
Girl goes down, they
Well, season 4
A new
finally
villain?
brings
That's
the
what they're
final
planning to
battle
do.
against Carell to the forefront.
그동안 전선을 좁혀
Until
'Cause this is
now,
supposed to be the
Carell has
conclusion
been
of Carell's
gradually
story.
closing in on the front lines, but this time he launches a direct assault on Ingress. As the subtitle The Great Clash suggests, the final showdown between Carell and humanity forms the core of this season's story. And as the final battle begins, a never-before-seen supermassive Vulgus warship appears directly above the skies of Albion. To defend Ingress from Carell's onslaught, descendants must infiltrate the heart of this massive enemy warship and confront Carell head-on.
So we're
Carl.
finally bringing an
Confront-
end to
confront
Carell,
Carl.
a massive warship pushing right up to Albion's doorstep. You know, the scale alone is already living up to the name, The Great
Attack on
Clash.
Albion.
네. 그리고 이
Right.
You'll
And
find out what
as
Albion
this
really-
final battle unfolds,
You mean
season
it's not
4
just
will
the
also
city?
begin to answer another lingering question. What exactly were Aemon and the Magisters plotting behind the scenes?
카레를 막
Will the descendants be able to stop Carell and protect Ingress?
이 최종전
To see how this final battle comes to an end, we hope you'll experience season 4 firsthand.
Wow, Carell's final march. So, along with the hidden intentions of Aemon and the Magister, the story is shaping up to be massive. And
I'll
one
get a new
more
hub
thing I
area?
wanted
That'd be
to ask.
cool.
In today's story trailer, we saw the Vulgus invading right at Albion's front gates. So, is that something we'll actually be able to play through?
네, 그렇습니다.
Yes, that's right. Once the season 4 story begins, the atmosphere in Albion will shift. As part of the story, you'll also experience a dungeon set in Albion, as well as a laboratory left in ruins brought on by Carell's full-scale offensive.
너무 멋있어서
Now, in the
It's gonna be a
trailer,
dungeon
Carell
in
was
Albion.
very cool.
안 되겠죠? 그렇죠?
So I don't want him to go. I'm not ready to let him go yet.
네. 시즌 4에서 직접
Yes,
해보시길 바랍니다.
I hope you guys play season 4.
I'm really already looking forward to the battle in Albion. And since we talked about the Great Clash, this feels like the perfect timing to drop the second coupon named after the season 4 subtitle, The Great Clash. The code is Great Clash. Yeah, so this one includes a
my
transcendent
recording
alignment
thing's not
device
working. Somebody
and a
take a
Vulgus
screenshot,
IO
please.
data chip. So go to the coupon banner on the right side of our official website, enter the coupon code and your member code. Don't miss out on this. All right, let's see when and how these stories unfold, starting with the roadmap.
We can always go
for the
back and look at
second
the trailer
half
there,
of
Anonymous.
2026. Let me start with the big picture. So here's the roadmap of updates we've planned for the second half of 2026, organized by each month. So producer, director, could you walk us through it month by month? So where should we start?
네. 7월부터 보겠습니다.
Yeah, let's start with
Ah, 'cause
July.
of Crunchyroll, motherfucker.
목격전
We have an update focused on improving void intercept, and I'll share more details in a moment.
하겠습니다.
네 일정만 먼저 말씀.
Right, to give it a timeline, the update will drop on July 15th.
Ultimate Haley, she's real.
네, 그리고
Raven?
8월 20일에 드디어
And finally, season 4 officially launches on August 20th.
최종전
And season 3 brings the
Trials.
story's
Oh,
big
motherfucker, that's gonna
endgame.
bring me
We're
PTSD.
also unveiling brand new content like Mega Dungeon and Trial Mode.
Trials is gonna bring me PTSD
And we're
like
also
no
adding
other, dude.
Transcendent weapons for your long
Transcendent weapon trade?
그리고 많은 분들이 기다리고
And a long-awaited new Descendant Raven will finally drop this August.
Yeah, quite a lot of things are coming in August.
I'm
Then what
thinking
about
Transcendent
September?
weapons are gonna be like ancestor mods but weapon form.
9월에는
Coming up in September, Ultimate Haley will be ready for action.
This is just the roadmap,
And we're
dog.
also
They're not
adding a
actually
new
showing
highest
anything.
difficulty
It's
dungeon
just the
content,
roadmap.
Cradle of Evolution.
네. 그리고 9월에는 서비스 운영면
September also brings major QOL updates.
초월 무기 거래가
Transcendent weapons trading goes live in September.
비대면으로 거래할 수
And we're introducing lounge storage trading to enable remote trading.
추후에
You could trade
초월 무기
collectibles
And
in
more
the
details
lounge.
will be shared in the upcoming Transcendent weapons part.
Great. We'll come back to trading a bit later. Then what about November and December?
네, 11월에는 에피소드
In November, we'll unveil Monet, a new descendant for episode 2.
Monet.
And also get ready for another highest difficulty dungeon,
Looks like
Hinosis
Serena, just
Sanctuary.
black hair.
September's Cradle of
Nah, the
Evolution
eyes are
and
different.
November's
The
Hinosis
eyes are definitely
Sanctuary
different than
are
Serena.
New higher tier dungeons that scale up from
Nose
action
too.
and
Like the
infiltration
cheekbones and the
operations.
chin, I can see
To
it.
enhance replayability, both dungeons feature more dynamic variables, making everyone fresh.
Oh, Jaber.
In December, Ultimate Jable will arrive alongside
Shit, dude, he's finally
Colosseum
getting
A,
Ultimate.
a brand new game mode where you can play as a Colossus.
Could be Freyna's
Just
sister.
one thing.
It kinda looks like
among the
Freyna
items you just
and
mentioned,
Serena
some
combined.
Are being
Chris,
like,
what's
what's
up?
covered in
How you
detail
doing?
today, right?
네, 맞습니다.
I don't know
That's
why
right.
they keep
So
covering
today,
Haley's eyes up though.
We'll give you a preview of November's new Descendant Monet, December's Ultimate Jaber, the Cradle of Evolution, and the Hinosis Sanctuary.
You're gonna give
Look out
previews?
for more details in future dev lives.
오늘 별도로 시간을
Oh, okay, not
So
now.
the core features we're diving into today are Void Intercept Battle Extreme, Mega Dungeon, new Descendant Raven, Transcendent Weapons, Trial Mode, new Ultimate Haley, and Colosseum A.
Okay, they are showing Raven.
And one
They are
more
gonna show
note.
Raven.
이 로드맵은
So this roadmap
Can't see people.
highlights
Can everybody?
major content drops, but the actual update schedule features even more monthly additions.
예정입니다. 그리고 시즌 4 에피소드
And we'll share the detailed roadmap for Season 4, Episode 1 in our August Dev Live.
Yeah, so to
Oh, shit.
summarize, season 4 coming on August 20th is a big inflection point. And from there, content keeps rolling in steadily throughout the second half of the year. All right, now let's take a look at Void
Let's be
Intercept.
I know, she
improvements
better be
coming in
non-attribute.
July, the Void Intercept Battle Extreme.
I want to see what extreme means.
Yeah, so coming in July.
If
is
it comes
Void
in fucking on a
Intercept
surfboard
Battle
or
Extreme, and
skateboard,
Void
I'm gonna be
Intercept
laughing my
has
ass
been
off.
one of the iconic pieces of content in the first Descendant. For Descendants who've been with us for a long time, I think they will be curious about how the Void Intercept is changing. So, Director, could you elaborate on this?
네. 유격전 극한
142
So the Void
days.
Intercept Battle Extreme is the final update of Season 3, designed to elevate the Intercept experience. So it combines Hard Void Intercept with Void Abyss into a single mode containing multiple difficulty tiers.
특히
And
기존에는 심층부와
The difficulty gap between Void Abyss Normal and Challenge was quite significant.
촘촘하게
So we've made the progression much smoother while also opening up a difficulty level beyond challenge to push your limits.
그리고 기존의 어려움 유격전의 보상
And rewards from the old hard void intercepts are now moved to other content,
어려움 유격전은
turning it into a true gateway to extreme mode.
그리고 심층부에서
Oh,
하시던
The
I like
farming
that.
you used to do in Void Abyss will be fully integrated into this new mode.
네, 정리하자면
It's kind of like the hard
So
modes
basically,
introduce you to
this
them.
update merges hard void and void abyss intercepts into a single category. under
Oh,
extreme
I
mode.
like that.
유격전과 어떻게
So how exactly does extreme mode differ from the traditional intercept battles?
네, 극한 모드의 최종 단계에서는
In extreme mode,
임계점을 조합
players can actually customize the difficulty by mixing and matching critical points.
나오고 있죠.
As you can see from the screen,
네, 임계점은 수십 종의 선택지를
we
조합
offer dozens of options,
강화하거나
and you can choose to buff the colossus or add new penalties to yourself.
임계점 수치가 높아질
So naturally, higher critical points mean better farming efficiency.
구조를 원하시는
So unless you're looking for the ultimate challenge, the key is finding that sweet spot between farming efficiency and clear time.
So you can make it harder.
그럼
to
이제
give you more
계승자님들
shit.
입장에서는
So as for descendants, it's not just about blindly mixing out your critical points. The key is finding the combination that fits your specific build.
네, 저희가
Yes, exactly.
바로 거기에
That's where the real fun
You're
kicks
so
in.
back.
자신의 빌드에
So players are encouraged to discover the optimal critical point
Micah
for
with the
their
heart
build.
me. Thank you so much, Micah.
임계점
It's
And
all
the Go
about
Poppy- oh
finding
my God,
the
dude, thank you so
perfect
much.
critical point to get the highest
Maybe
score
I can't even
and
pick the
choosing
last
the
one
exact
on
descendant
hard
and
mode.
weapon
No.
to crush it.
I mean, was it
So ultimately,
Stalker
it's a stage
that we're talking about, Clones?
designed to test your builds.
Then could you walk us through on how the rewards are used and what the release schedule looks like?
Yeah.
극한 모드에서 파밍을
Must be serious.
Farming
Hell yeah,
extreme
Daenerys.
mode
Hell yeah.
rewards you with exclusive currency similar to the Void
Kind of
Army
insanely
Intercept.
powerful right now
And
too.
you can spend this currency in a dedicated seasonal shop to buy limited items.
네, 그 우선 일정 얘기 드리면
Alright, as for the timeline, the extreme mode for Void Intercept battles will launch in beta on July
Raven
15th.
August 20th. Yeah.
제가 말씀을 드렸지만
Even as a beta, it features
They said they're gonna
leaderboards
preview her here
and
pretty
will
soon
remain
too.
as a permanent content.
베타 기간 동안에 데이터
And during this period, we'll monitor data to fine-tune the balance
정식으로
and ensure a stable settlement.
목표입니다.
So to summarize, Hard,
For school for
Void
people?
Intercept,
Oh,
and
shit,
Void
oh, shit.
Abyss Intercept are being merged into Void Intercept Extreme. And players can pick critical points while securing efficiency and rewards. And everyone can play it starting
No,
July
don't say that,
15th.
Clouds.
All right, then let's move on to season 4.
kinda like that, the extreme.
Content. And next up, content that will mark the grand finale of season 4 story is the Mega Dungeon.
Mega Dungeon.
Just from the name Mega, the scale sounds substantial. So, director, what is the Mega Dungeon?
네, 메가 던전은
Yes, the Mega Dungeon serves
대단원을
as a grand finale to Kara's storyline. It features the ultimate battle to take down Kara after all this build-up, making a massive milestone for the game's lore.
Yeah, see?
How does it
This
differ
is where we
from
fight Corel.
existing infiltration operations?
I mean,
가장 큰 차이는
they consider
The main
Wall
difference is
Crasher a raid.
experience itself.
So this is like a mega
Infiltration
dungeon.
operations are built for repeatable play, whereas the Mega Dungeon highlights cinematic storytelling to give you that unforgettable first clear.
규모도
And the scale is massive too. We're talking longer paths, massive environments, and non-stop combat.
Ooh,
It's
I
not
like
just
that.
about throwing more monsters at you. The
아니고요.
real fun
요소와
is how the level design and interactive mechanics tie together.
그리고
Like you did to like
레벨의
And using the level's interactive elements
적을 더 효율적으로
lets you wipe out enemies more efficiently.
다수의 보스급 지휘
So from fighting multiple boss level commanders to the final battle, it's a non-stop, thrilling build-up.
특히
If you want to fully
Corel's
experience it
final
like
battle
the way they
has
want
some
you to,
massive,
do it solo
mind-blowing
and take your
presentations
time.
that TFT has never
if
seen
you do it public for the
before.
very first time, people
So
are
it's
just going to
so heavy
speed
on
run it, and then
visuals,
you're
the
just
more
not going to experience it
explain,
like the way they
more
want
I'll
you to.
spoil it.
그 내용
So I cannot say too much now, and I recommend you experiencing it for yourself when season 4 drops.
You know, that makes me even more curious. So what about the difficulty and rewards?
메가 던전은 고반복 컨텐츠라기보다
So instead of being designed for high repeatability, Mega Dungeon is massive narrative-driven content with with longer play time.
일반과 어려움 두
So it
가지가
features normal and hard difficulties,
스토리는 일반에서
and the story unfolds in normal difficulty.
제한적으로 여기서도 전용 재화를
And we're setting up a reward system where you can farm exclusive currency and trade it for items.
So since it marks the grand finale of the story,
Kind
I
of
heard
like
there's a special
dungeon
event being
specific
prepared to
rewards.
celebrate.
I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie.
네, 정복이라는
Yes, we're preparing a time-limited event called Conquest to celebrate the grand finale of our story arc. And during this event, a brutal exclusive difficulty will open up. So even the top-tier descendants will need to optimize your builds for survivability.
Ooh.
You know, that sounds quite challenging. So who gets the rewards?
Best way for
and when
survival
does
is
it
kill
kick
everything
off?
first, right?
네, 먼저 어떤 이벤트냐면 이벤트 기간 동안에 이제 가장 빠른 클리어 기록을 달성.
We'll be rewarding the fastest speedrunners in both solo and party play, as well as anyone who manages to clear it even once.
다만 이제 파티
Please note that the solo and party speedrun events will run on separate schedules.
Are they doing a
And the
fucking
Conquest
day
event
one?
is kicking off in early September, about 2 weeks after Season 4 launches.
No
I guess
shot,
there's a
right?
reason it starts 2 weeks after the dungeon launches and not right away.
네, 맞습니다.
That's right.
아시는 것처럼 이제 퍼스트
And as you all know, TFD is all about grinding and optimizing your build.
그 2주
So that 2-week gap is there for you to get ready.
친구 계승
You can unlock a new descendant and test the upcoming transcendent weapons,
보시고 메가 던전
and also learn the hard mode mechanics of Mega Dungeon. So get
No
yourself
shot
fully
they're doing a
prepared
day
and then
one
take
race.
on the Conquest Challenge.
이 이벤트에 대한 구체적인
Now, specific details on rules and rewards will be announced later.
Yeah, see, they'll announce the rewards
So the Mega
later.
Dungeon is a dungeon where players experience the grand finale of Season 4 story with overwhelming staging, and players will be able to meet it alongside the Season 4 update on August 20th. The Conquest event kicks off 2 weeks after that. All right, finally, something many descendants have been waiting for.
Oh my
Let's
god, they're doing a
introduce the
fucking
new
day one
descendant,
speedrun
Raven.
race.
Wow.
Oh my
Just
God.
From the first impression, the vibe is a bit different, mature, with
He's
a
beautiful.
darker feel. So, director, could you talk about Raven in more detail?
네네. 레이븐은 저희가
Yes, of course.
다이아
Well,
이후로
Raven is our first new descendant since Daya. So it's been a while, and we know you've been waiting.
주셨는데요. 앞으로는
So moving forward, we'll release one new descendant per episode, just
Hey,
as
look,
before.
it's me.
And Raven leads the charge for season 4.
그리고 지금 방송 보시는 분들
Please don't be
중에서
melee. Oh,
And
don't be a melee.
The
성계승자도 여쭤보시더라고요.
Don't be
There
electric.
was a question about male descendants from our audience.
할 예정이어서요.
We have that in our longer term roadmap, but today,
정해 주시면 좋을 것 같아요.
please focus on Raven.
네.
I like that gun.
비주얼도 보시면
And as you can see from the screen, the visual is more mature and dark, as Jason mentioned.
사실 레이븐의 배경
And this design ties directly into her backstory.
Yeah,
It's damn
I'm
Billie
curious
Eilish.
about that backstory. So, who is Raven? Who is she?
레이븐은 알비온의 뒷골목을
Well, yes, Raven was a guild boss who ruled Albion's back
이
streets.
레이븐을
And people often refer to her as the conductor.
하지만 실제
It might sound fancy, but in reality, she functioned more like a fixer.
나이는
Don't be
She's
electric.
in her late 30s.
아르케 각성자는
And
다들 아시죠?
you know
블레이
how descendants look
아르케 힘 덕분에
much younger than they are, thanks
You're
to
saying
the
there's a
power of
chance?
Arcade, just
No,
like
fuck
Blade.
with you.
Raven is no exception.
그리고
So she's a
하나 더
crime lord.
흥미로운 점이
And
있는데요.
also, here's another interesting story. Raven's past is deeply tied to Viesa's childhood.
비에사와 레이븐의
Uh-oh.
So we'll let you find out how that connection unfolds in the game.
주시면 좋겠습니다.
Oh, so a story tied to Viesa. You know, narratives connected to existing characters are mostly received
I was about
well.
to type it. Oh shit.
Now, for the most important
Viesa's sister?
part, what about Raven's combat?
How did you get that one?
레이븐은 산탄총과
Raven is a gun-focused descendant who has a great synergy with shotguns.
보시는 것처럼 더블 배럴 샷건
As you can see, she's holding this double-barrel shotgun.
더블 배럴
Her unique skill weapon is a double-barrel shotgun.
Don't be
하나
electric.
더
And to add to her combat style, she commons crow-like form to support her in battle.
치를 전환하면
Another
She's
fucking
highly
gun
mobile,
character.
meaning she can shift positions fast to take the upper hand.
Another fucking gun character.
So
God
many
damn it.
crows, you know, that really lives up to the name. But when
Yeah,
you say
true,
it,
so
it
yeah,
has
that
like
would work.
a great synergy with shotguns,
Oh,
what
oh, shit.
exactly does that mean?
레이븐이 메커니즘이
Raven's mechanics scale directly with a weapon's pellet count.
그래서 다양한
It
산탄총을
makes it
활용하는
incredibly
재미를
fun to
가지고
experiment with
어떤
different
샷건을
shotguns.
어떻게
So
빌드를
depending on which
하느냐에
shotgun you
따라
use
운용폭이
or choose and
넓어지는
how you
그런
tune your build
전략입니다.
will allow you to enjoy a variety of play styles.
네, 산탄량에 비례하는
So,
혹시
hammer and
So if she
anvils.
scales with pellet count, I wonder how she would pair with weapons like hammer and anvil.
Hammer and anvil doesn't
I
even
bet
has
players are
one
already theorycrafting
fucking
their
pellet.
builds as we speak.
네, 좋은 포인트.
That's a great catch.
포인트 맞아요?
Is it?
좋은
좋은
포인트죠.
질문.
Yes, yes. It was a great question.
레이븐은
It has one pellet. It has one shot.
So Raven's mechanics deal extra damage
August
based
20th
on how
is
many
when she comes
pellets
out.
hit. Plus, she has damage transfer mechanics. So weapons with high pellet count and fast fire rates will be a huge advantage. For ultimate shotguns,
산탄량이 많죠.
executor or
그리고 망치와 모루
hammer and anvil
좋은 무기 후보가
would create amazing
그래서
synergies.
다양한 산탄총으로
Hammer and
So
anvil's
it's
one
going to
pellet
be
though.
a lot of fun finding your own perfect combination with different shotguns.
Birthday's August 2nd. Oh shit, oh shit.
네, 얘기가 나온 김에
All right.
레이븐의 프리미엄
Speaking of
스킨도
Raven, let's take a look at her premium skin.
네. 레이븐의 기본 스타일이 약간
Her base look has that
지는
charismatic, dark fixer vibe.
프리미엄 스킨은
And this one, the premium skin, is designed with a witch-like theme.
까마귀를 소환하는 레이븐의
And
전투
it goes
스타일하고
perfectly
어울리고
with her combat style of summoning cross.
디자인을 해보았습니다.
Yeah, it really looks like it fits her well. So we'll show her skills during our August Dev Live. For today, we
damn it.
just showed her a bit so that players can assume the concept of Raven. And I am already excited. So Raven is a new descendant coming out in a while.
So we still
since
don't know what the
Gaia.
fuck she is.
Raven is the conductor of Albion with a narrative tied to Viessa and fights with shotguns and summons crows. Be sure to meet her in season
She
4
summons crows.
on August 20th.
She's mine.
Now, let's move on to the new weapon system that will make our descendants even stronger, which is transcendent weapons.
She better be
네,
non-attribute.
넘어가시기 전에 네,
Before we move on,
좀 궁금했는데 이제 반응이
we wanted to see how our audience joining us are reacting, and I think everyone's pretty excited. Someone said that it's
Probably
a
looking at our
different
chat right now, I'll
version,
be real
a
with
dark
you.
version of Serena. So thank you for
'Cause
your
I'm looking
interest
back
and
at
excitement.
our
So I
chat,
hope
I'm like,
that
oh
the
my
dev
God.
team does a great job doing finishing the last touches. So
좀 신경 쓰고 있는 부분이
and Raven, for Raven,
외모적으로요. 네.
we are focusing on certain points on her looks.
언급하기는 조금 곤란한 내용인가요?
Should we not give us a spoiler to our live streamers? Well, it's no secret, but compared to Serena, she's gonna be a little bit.
있는 거잖아요.
네.
Yeah, her
She's
looks.
gonna have distinct characteristics. I'll put it at that.
Oh, good
So
God.
I hope you guys do a great job finishing her up.
What do you mean by that?
It's not just Raven. We're looking at transcendent weapons, which is something we should also look forward to. So transcendent weapons.
Can I have wings?
they
Oh, that'd
were
be so cool.
flagged on the
love
roadmap
characters
as a
with wings.
long-term gameplay goal. So, director, how many transcendent weapons are being added?
I fucking knew it.
네,
I called it.
총
I
11종의
fucking called it.
8월 업데이트
A
Look at
total
that.
of 11 transcendent
I
weapons will
fucking
be added
called
with
it.
the August update. Looking at the lineup, some of them are upgraded versions of pre-existing ultimate weapons. Now, one example is Storm Cage, which is the transcendent version of Thunder Cage. Now, these weapons feature different designs from their ultimate weapon counterparts with effects that also set them apart. So they don't have these same effects, so no worries. And in addition, new transcendent weapons
Emperor's
with
Guard
completely new
Lance?
unique abilities will also be added.
저기 맨 위에
I think you could see them on the screen. Now, Armis is a brand new weapon.
저도 사실 듣자마자 걱정했어요.
Oh, I did worry after
Benevolent,
hearing what you said,
right?
because Storm Cage and Thunder Cage,
아닙니다. 성이 있습니다.
you know, what if it's similar to the pre-existing weapons? I was kind of worried, but
그러니까 저도 좀 지켜보도록 하겠습니다.
so since I think there might be
Those-
some
those tell
concerns,
us, Clem, those tell
so we'll see how this unfolds.
본론으로 좀 돌아가 보겠습니다.
So going back on track,
8월 20일에 11종이 한 번에 다 추가가 됐.
Now, on August 20th, with 11 weapons landing at once,
마스터리 랭크.
This Raven's weapon
that
right
should
here.
also give us a pretty nice amount of Mastery Rank XP,
This
right?
Raven's weapon right there, calling it.
많이 추가돼서 좋으시죠? 네, 다들
I'm sure everyone's excited about the new additions
있잖아요.
because you can increase your Mastery Rank.
그래서 시즌 8월 22일
So on August 20th, with the 11 new weapons and new descendants, you can raise your mastery rank all the way up to 36.
Yeah, you're right.
그리고
Micah.
초월 무기의 진짜 핵심
Now here's the real thing.
바로 품질
The core of transcendent weapons lies elsewhere, which is the concept of quality.
Quality.
Watch
So
it be random rolls.
how does quality apply to
Watch it be
our
random
weapons?
rolls.
초월 무기는 이 저마다
Well, every transcendent weapon has its own quality, and that quality determines the weapon's performance. The more difficult content you play, the higher the quality of the weapons you can farm.
한 가지 중요한 점
Now, one important thing to note is that the more you farm, the minimum quality you can obtain becomes higher.
일종의
You can think of it as kind of a minimum quality guarantee system.
So you can get them a lower lower difficulty
Now,
stuff,
this is kind of
but
a
they'll be
new
lower
concept
quality.
in
The higher
TFT since
difficulty
it's new.
higher difficulty stuff
So
will give
from
you
the
better
player's
quality.
perspective,
Okay.
the more you farm,
소위 이제 꽝이라고 할
the lower their chances of getting a bad roll.
조금 성능을
They are
결정.
Since
random
the
rolled.
lower bound on the quality that determines performance keeps rising.
결정하는데 이게 품질의 하한선이 계속 올라가니까 꽝을 뽑을 확률이 줄어.
So the important thing is that it lowers the chances of getting a bad roll. But what exactly improves when the quality is higher?
네, 먼저 쉽게 설명해 주셔서 감사드립니다.
Well, thank you for putting that in more easier terms.
네, 먼저 초월 무기는
First, transcendent weapons have transcendent abilities and sub-abilities.
과 수치는
The values of the transcendent ability effects are assigned randomly.
보시는 것처럼
And as you can see on the screen,
Look at that.
you can see the
Amplified
gauge
conversion.
of the transcendent ability.
랜덤하게 배정.
Now, these three types of abilities are assigned randomly.
품질이 작용을 하는데요.
And this is where quality comes into play.
랜덤하게
The higher the quality,
수치의 총
the higher the
Shoots
total
rockets.
value of randomly assigned stats.
합성인 아르미스로
Now, let's take the new assault
A
rifle
multi-hit.
Armis as an example.
능력은
Armis has three unique abilities, which are interception missile, small warhead rocket, and missile fragment effect.
요격 미사일이
Interception missile automatically fires missile rounds at multiple enemies.
택티컬해 보이는 저 총열에서
Now, that it looks kind of tactical. So if the interception missile score is high,
미사일의 점수가 높은 아르미스는
the weapon becomes well suited for dealing with multiple enemies.
탄두 로켓은
Meanwhile, the small warhead rocket
중심으로 범위 피해를 입히는
deals area damage around a single target. An Armis with a high small warhead rocket score becomes specialized for single
perks
target
have
damage and damage
rarities.
within a small area. And if the missile fragment effect score is high, the ricochet damage increases. So depending on how the scores of
perks
these
have
three
rarities.
unique effects are combined, even the same Armis can become specialized for single target damage or for a
Not only do we have to get one in every flavor,
시스템입니다.
we have to get one in every perk flavor too.
그러니까 예를 들면
So even with the same transcendent storm cage, you can end up with weapons that have completely different characteristics, right?
Probably.
And the sub-abilities
probably.
also add to that weapon diversity.
네, 초월 무기에는 두
Right. Transcendent weapons are granted with two sub-abilities. These abilities
Hey, what'd
affect
you
the
roll?
weapon stats similar to augmentation cores, and there are three types.
유형들을
One type increases
단위
a single stat.
또 하나는
Now another increases two stats at once. And the last type is a trade-off type, which comes with certain penalties but provides a greater stat increase in return.
It's AM mods.
So with sub abilities,
Hey,
I think
mods the
we'll
weapon.
have more various weapon builds. Then, how are these sub abilities determined?
무기를 획득할 때
When you obtain a weapon, the types of sub-abilities are determined randomly
파밍을 하는 것이고 값은
And
This
this is what
Destiny
you farm,
Master
but
works
the
all over
values
again.
are
No.
fixed. Now, simply put, it's a question of which core gets attached. For example, a 20% fire rate core or a 20% movement speed score. So depending on the combination, the weapon's core characteristics can change significantly.
찾는 그런 재미가
So players will be able to enjoy farming and experimenting with a wide
I'm pretty sure
variety
this is
of
just a coding
combinations.
issue with the sword there,
Then,
Anonymous.
are transcendent weapons something just
More than likely
limited
they're
to
gonna add
veteran
one, like,
players?
probably
Because,
the next
some
episode.
players, I think they might be worried about this becoming new entry barriers.
초월 무기는 대부분의
Transcendent weapons can be farmed from most content, and they can also be obtained from lower level content. So descendants who start TFD in Season 4 can begin their progression centered on transcendent weapons.
그러다 보니
So because of that, unless your goal is to raise your mastery rank, the need to keep developing your pre-existing ultimate weapons will naturally become lower. So transcendent weapons will become the new core pillar of
I'll give a
progression going forward.
brief explanation
I
at the
guess
end
that's
there.
why
Clouds.
you called it a long-term goal. But if it's a weapon players can farm like this, I think they will be curious about trading as well.
Yeah, the fact that we're able to trade these is insane.
이 거래는
Right, trading for transcendent firearms is scheduled to begin after the September update.
무기를
You'll also be able to buy
Also,
and sell
like to say,
weapons, transcendent
called it,
weapons
bitch.
through one-on-one
Called it.
trading, just like now. And we will also introduce a new trading method called lounge storage trading.
Lounge storage trading. Yeah, we've been talking about that a lot. So how does it differ from the current trading method?
네. 판매자와
This is a remote trading
Give me one
method
second.
where the seller and buyer do not have to meet directly.
이름에서
As the name suggests, the buyer visits the seller's lounge and purchases a transcendent weapon or ancestor's model there. Since
Yes,
both
I'll pick
players do not have to log in at the same time, like as it is now, it'll be much more convenient to use. In line with this, the existing web trade market will also change into a system that facilitates lounge storage trading.
Great. So 11 transcendent weapons are being updated with the August update. So quality drives performance, and the goal is for players to farm unique and sub abilities to complete the weapons.
So red weapons are basically
Trading
games. Yeah,
opens
kind
in
of.
September with the new lounge storage
Gonna
trading.
use it?
So
Yeah.
please look forward
That's
to
what I
that.
was saying, Scooby. This is like if
Now,
like
let's move on
content
to the
creators are
new
already
game
manipulating the
mode
market on
that
AM mods. I can only
Players
imagine the
farm
weapons.
these transcendent weapons, which is trial mode.
PTSD
And so
kicking
next
in.
up is a new game mode being added
Let's
in
go
It Is Trials.
flawless.
So director, what is Trials?
네. 실현 모드는
Trial
50K
mode is a
caliber.
mission where players face ever greater challenges through repeated choices and progression.
플레이어는 전
Think it's worth
Throughout
using
each
someone like
run,
Reyna?
players
Maybe, Quinn,
strengthen
we
their
don't know yet.
abilities by selecting from a variety of options during combat and overcome increasingly difficult challenges.
So enemies, they get stronger, players get stronger. It's kind of like an endless climb. That choice system seems to be the core of this, right?
네. 일단 완전히 무한 모드는
Well, this is not a fully endless mode. There is an end to it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it's going,
아니라고요?
Scooby.
완전히 아니지만
It's not a completely endless mode,
플레이어분들의 세팅
but there is an endpoint. But it is definitely a challenging mode where players will have to stop somewhere along the way, depending on their build and skill level.
하지만 플레이어분들은
Damn,
막판은
they're
깨질
essentially
건
saying if you can't get
I
past
think
it,
a
it's a
lot
skill
of our
issue.
players will get to the end level.
네. 그리고 핵심은 가변 코드라는
And the key here is the choice system called variable code.
이해가 빠를 것
It may be easier to understand if you think of the existing onslaught mode.
더 자주
With variable code, players will be making more choices more frequently than in onslaught mode, and as a result, they can grow
Once again,
to
I see
an even
nothing but
more
weapon.
powerful level.
Nothing but
In
weapon
addition to
bots.
stat growth, variable code also adds a variety of effects. For example, you can create unconventional builds with effects like Death Stroke, which instantly kills enemies below a certain HP threshold, or Towing Fire, which pulls enemies.
It's not
with aimed
boding well
fire.
that all the perks you're showing me
focus on
are
offering more
nothing
varied,
but
interesting
fucking
ways to
melee
set up your
mods.
build.
다양하고
Melee weapon
다양한
mods.
선택지를 통해서
miss anything?
플레이어의
Haley is 60.
빌드를 이렇게 점점 빌드업해서
So
Yeah.
players can
Was
build
it
their
Haley's coming?
build-up
They showed
and
when Haley's
challenge
coming out. I took a
themselves more.
screenshot of
This is what
the
we focus
roadmap. I'll
on.
post it.
어려운 강함.
So you can think of this as a mode where players can fully enjoy
You need to find new
the
main. Oh,
power
well, shit.
fantasy of becoming a powerful descendant that goes beyond their current max potential and reaches level of strength like never before.
What this is telling me
Yeah. That
is if you're
power
not using a
fantasy
sword
really
character,
lands.
good fucking luck.
But content like this, it often ends up being a party just for the top tier players. So
Or even
what
a
about
weapon
entry
character.
barriers?
아주 좋은 질문이셨습니다.
That's a very great question.
이제 그 반대인데요.
It's actually the opposite. We put a lot of thought into this part. Trial mode can be played in fairly early stages.
게임의 메인 시나리오를 클리어하고
If
Yeah,
you have
that's what we're the main
hard
complaint we're having right
difficulty
now,
after
Clem.
clearing the scenario part, you can jump right in, and from that point on,
가능합니다.
you can play right away.
Well, Dia doesn't even.
So for descendants
buff
who
her
have been
melee
away
weapon.
for
Dio
a
just
while
scales off
and are
of it.
returning in season
Actually, she
4,
doesn't even scale off of it. She
we
just
would like to
scales by
recommend trying
holding it.
trial mode
So this is like the
first.
melee weapon does nothing for Dia damage wise,
Oh,
other
yeah,
than just
great,
like
perfect
her
for
holding it who
returning
gets her the
players.
shit.
But
But like
what
her
if,
using the
lower
weapon does
level
absolutely
players
nothing.
Whose builds aren't complete yet be at a disadvantage.
네, 그래서 저레벨 계승자
Right, that's why we prepared a feature for lower level descendants, which is a rotation build. You can see this
Maybe
on the
like
screen.
Luna.
This is the build test.
빌드입니다. 네, 로테이션 빌드로
Now, with rotation build,
트리거 모듈까지
I mean, how like
세팅된
Luna just has
players
to
will be able
hold
to
Deus
enjoy
Ex
trial
Machina
mode
and
with
then
fully
was it just
completed builds,
then go on her
including
little platform?
trigger
Yeah.
modules that rotate on a regular basis. So in other words,
계승자님들이
for returning descendants,
하지 않은 계승자를
before
완성형
farming everything yourself, you'll be able to get an early feel for what a fully built descendant feels like.
가벼운 코드
You'll be able to enjoy trial mode with variable code using these rotation builds.
Yeah, that's great because giving players that taste of a complete version of a descendant that will
Kind of like a
probably
free
drive
loadout
motivation.
system kind of deal.
But if players coming in through a preset like this, they get mixed in with the veteran players, it could feel a bit mismatched. So how will matchmaking and rewards work out?
네, 그 부분을 고려해서
Right, taking that into
no.
account,
Oh,
we
shit.
separated matchmaking based on RK activity.
고레벨 분들이
We divided the mode into lower level and higher level brackets so that higher level players don't necessarily have to play with those who are just getting started
Damn.
through rotation.
Imagine
mode
like you're like
and are not yet
1 point
familiar with the
past
game.
RK level just to get to like the
그리고
veteran
추가로
status,
보상도
and then you're
Additionally,
you're
I
still
think
like
it would
weak
be
as
good to
shit.
talk about
That would
rewards.
suck so
In
bad,
trial
dude.
mode, players will be able to target farm the transcendent weapons we introduced earlier. You can also earn merit tokens, which can be redeemed for various items at the merit exchange.
To summarize, trials are where both enemies and players get
Yeah, to the
endlessly
face.
stronger
Slap
as
to the
players
face, though.
enjoy peak power fantasy. It covers a wide range from new and returning
Like
players.
imagine
to
it's like you
veteran
need
players as
5,000
well,
to get to
and
veteran
it's a
status.
core piece
Was
of
it you're
Season
barely
4
there and you
content.
hit 5,001?
Players can farm transcendent weapons.
It's like you're
and
not yet a
merit
veteran,
tokens as
but yet
well.
you're like in the
Trials
bracket
will
for
arrive
veteran.
on
Kind of
August
fucking
20th, alongside the
wake up
start
call.
of Season 4. All
Keep it
right,
real.
now the descendant many of our descendants have been waiting for as well. Ultimate Haley is finally joining us.
Are they actually gonna show this
I'm
bitch?
sure fans of Haley
Are they
have
actually gonna show her?
Woo! waited a long time.
I love the fit.
And yeah, the
I love
ultimate
the fit.
version
That's a
also
beautiful fit.
opens with that back
It's glorious.
facing shot.
Perfect.
No, I still can't forget what that scene from the
Perfect.
trailer where
Down to the most
Haley
minute-
casually dusted off her
Okay.
outfit. And I think a lot of you will be curious about how skills are enhanced for Ultimate Haley.
네,
Perfect.
많은 분들이
Every sense of the
울티밋
word.
헤일리
Yes, many players have been waiting for Ultimate Haley for a very long time. She was
하나 아닐까요?
one of the most frequently
시작하기
brought up
전에
topics.
헤일리 채팅
Even before we started the live stream, people were chatting about Ultimate Haley in the chat box.
It turned her blonde, by the way.
Now, Ultimate Haley will launch in September,
를 좋아해 주시는 많은 계승자
and we're working hard to make sure
Haley
this
fans.
feels like a meaningful thank you to everyone who has supported and loved Haley.
Healy.
네, 두 개의 새로운
Right.
Two new
Oh, shit.
ultimate skill modules will be added, and these two models offer completely different ways to develop your build. The first module simplifies
Gun build.
controls while offering a build specialized in wiping out multiple enemies.
With a gun.
In other words, it'll be more convenient and better suited for AoE damage. The second module
Wesker from
really
Resident
brings
Evil
out
5.
Haley's identity.
하고 있어요.
It is being developed
회장거리에서
as a build that fires the most powerful shot from maximum range,
네, 그런 계승자로 만들기.
piercing through every target.
Ooh.
Okay, so one of them is for sweeping
Got the
everything.
best old
like,
outfit.
easily,
Yeah,
and
dude,
the
that old
other
outfit's
is
fucking
piercing through,
gorgeous,
like,
dude.
everything in one shot from afar. So Haley is a sniper, so that
Snow Bunny for
second
Haley.
module really seems to match her well.
네, 두 묘들로 플레이 스타일.
That's right. These two models will allow descendants to take completely different playstyles, so you'll be able to choose and enjoy them depending on your preference and content you're playing.
저격수라는 또
And
캐릭터
since Haley is our sniper,
그 부분이 잘 드러나도록 준비하고
we developed her in a way that really shows her strong point.
So detailed
beautiful.
skill
It is beautiful.
mechanics and visuals
That's my girl
will be
right there.
shown on
That's
our
my girl.
September Dev Live. And the other one will be the ultimate exclusive premium skin, right?
Are they gonna show that?
네,
No
맞습니다.
shot they're gonna show that.
Yes,
얼티밋 헤일리의 프리미엄
this is Ultimate
We lost the
Haley's
plot.
premium skin.
We lost the plot.
As you can see on this
They
screen,
were going the right direction and then we lost
are
the plot.
seeing her through a large screen in the
We lost the
studio,
plot.
and she has this really strong look.
We were
seems
going
like a
in
tough
the
girl.
most beautiful direction
And as
ever.
many of you are
And then
familiar
they do
with,
this
when she
bullshit.
first appeared in her trailer, she reveals herself by taking off her hood in a
Come
snowy
on,
field. So
dude.
with that in mind, you could say this premium skin is designed around bringing that hood concept back.
Yeah, the hood.
There
and
are
then
plenty
just
of other
nothing
design
else.
details other than her hood that we put a lot of thought into.
But
But
Grass Man 1 is
I
pretty
think
easy.
descendants
Yeah.
who are joining us right now will know where we put a lot of thought into, so I'll just put it at that.
Or what little thought you put into.
Yeah, great. So excitement for Ultimate Haley
the
is quite
fuck,
high.
dude?
And Haley isn't coming alone in September. She is arriving with new
Give her
content.
pants, come on.
네, 9월에는 신규 콘텐츠
Right, in September, new content titled Cradle of Evolution
Tell me
will
wearing
also be
socks.
updated.
Yeah.
Cradle of Evolution is a new type of dungeon where the task sequence changes every time you play. It's designed as a higher difficulty dungeon compared to the Axion infiltration operation, so it will
Man, it's
serve
like
as a
the
new farming
ultimate
location for
skin
advanced
is
players.
just beautiful.
So out of September,
It's like it's just so gorgeous. And then they're like, you know what? Let's take away her
from the
pants.
roadmap. The one arriving with Ultimate Haley is September's Cradle of Evolution.
네, 맞습니다.
That is correct. Cradle of Evolution is the dungeon being updated in September together with Ultimate Haley, and in November, players can look forward to another new dungeon, Henosis Sanctuary. You can think of both dungeons as higher tier dungeons above the Axion infiltration operation.
So they're
Could you
updating
share
old
the
dungeons
exact
now.
Release date for Ultimate Haley?
That's why.
네, 아까 로드맵 화면에서
Of course, as we saw on our roadmap, her release date is September 17th.
Great. So Ultimate Haley comes out.
I'm gonna
on
need to put in some
September
PTO in
17th.
September.
She arrives with two new Ultimate skill modules.
If my boss is
AoE
watching right now, just know
specialized
that
setup and
it's
a
gonna
longest
happen.
range piercing single shot setup as well. The new dungeon, Cradle of Evolution, also arrives in September. So lots of content to enjoy in September. And all right, the last content of today's lineup. This is a brand new play experience for the First Descendant, Colosseum A, and a truly unique type of game mode. The name
Big
itself
nuts.
is a bit
We're going
mysterious.
dark.
Director, what kind of content is Colosseum A, and how do we play it?
네, 콜로세움
Well, Colosseum A is a mysterious combat training simulation discovered in an ancestor's relic. Even the premise is quite unique. At its core, it's a 3x3 match. Descendants are split into two teams and carry out missions. Each team engages the Volgas inside the simulation while aiming to secure victory for their side. So far, the basic
Wow, I'm
structure is
grinding.
PvE-based competition.
So
I ain't about to
two
disrespect
factions
my
are
girl by
competing
buying her
while
like that.
each are
Excuse me?
fighting
She's a
off
classy
Vulgus.
lady, okay?
Can't
just buy her.
Colosseum had me expecting some kind of competitive content, but I guess that's not all.
네, 핵심은 이 부분이죠.
But here's where it gets interesting. In the simulation, there is a feature that allows a descendant to become a giant colossus and invade the opposing team's base. Once you become a colossus, you can disrupt the opposing side or attack other players. So while it is a PvE fight, an asymmetric element is added the moment a player becomes a colossus and invades the opposing side. We call this a PvE-based asymmetric PvEVP content.
They put Gambit in the fucking game.
Normally, each side is fighting the Vulgus, but then someone becomes this giant colossus and barges
They put
into the
Gambit
other
in
faction.
TFT.
Huh, just imagining it
No
sounds
way.
pretty intense. Honestly, this is the first time we've had this kind of
Oh my
gameplay in TFT,
god,
right?
dude.
네,
There's no
That is
shot. That was not
absolutely
on my
correct.
bingo
As
card.
you can see on the screen,
거신이 되었다는 거죠.
this is where a player becomes a colossus.
That's a player.
네,
Yeah.
네, 그동안
It's essentially you're both trying to complete an
Oh, I didn't
objective,
know. So
but
that's-
somebody on
that's
your
what you're
team
supposed to
could
look
go
like as a
invade the other
colossus.
team's area
I didn't know that,
by becoming a
but hearing
colossus
this
and
again,
fighting
it's
them
surprising.
as the
It's very new.
colossus to slow them down so your team could win.
Now, this is a completely new gameplay experience that players have not been able to experience.
So
in
this is the first
TFT
PvP
before.
mode
And this is not
in
simply
the
just
first
a new
Descendant.
mode. In terms of the story, it carries significance as well. It serves as an important clue in uncovering the secrets of the ancestors.
Interesting gameplay and a story hook as well.
Dude, imagine you're
Can we
playing
look
this shit and you
forward to
invade as a
more
colossus.
updates
You're
for
like,
this?
yeah, I'm gonna fuck them up. And then next thing you know, you see fucking people, the names of the people on the other team. Sen evades. Ornery Biscuit.
Right.
I am
wasn't
trash,
gonna
so are
mention
you.
this precisely today,
You're not.
but we have
You're not surviving for more than a
very
second.
large goal, and this is a new mode.
Fingers will
It's
be.
very aspiring.
Oh
and
my
like you
god.
mentioned, it's a new type of play that's first introduced to
Area first to
TFT,
start
and
firing.
we
Oh
really
shit.
put a lot of thought
Oh
into
dude,
how we
fucking
can give
PlayStation
more
people
exciting
gonna
gameplay
fucking
to our
eat it.
descendants. And Colosseum A is going to be expanded to a whole new way moving forward. Since the basic premise itself is a simulation,
Yeah,
it
sorry.
provides an environment where other worlds can be brought in as simulations. Personally, I
I
think
can't
it would be
believe they
well
added
suited for
Gambit, dog.
collaborations.
Gambit is
I
fucking
did
insane.
say a lot, but and because it has this asymmetric PvEVP structure, I also think it could be quite fun when combined with other IPs. So I have high hopes.
Yeah, I mean, just think.
If I hear all right, all right, and a coin flip,
When will
motherfucker.
Colosseum A be updated?
Anything today? No, not today.
Colosseum A is scheduled to be updated in December 2026. We are putting a lot of work into it.
Great Colosseum A is TFT's first asymmetric PvEVP content, where two factions fight the Vulgus, then become Colossus and invade the opposing faction. It's both a clue to the
Fucking
ancestors'
hear the
secrets
flip.
and
Oh my
content
god.
with broad expansion potential.
And the
Players
devs
will
are trying
be
no.
able to play it in December.
But plenty of Warframe people are gonna say it though.
2026. All right, that covers the core content waiting for our players in season
That's
4.
insane, dude.
And since we just delivered tons of content on season 4, let me also reveal the third coupon, which is TFT season 4. It includes gold, Kuiper shards, crystallization catalysts, and even a superconductive cooling unit. Remember, you can go to the coupon banner on the right side of the website, enter the coupon code and your member code to claim your rewards. To celebrate our second anniversary, we prepared a whole lineup of events.
Oh,
We
another
packed
dice
in a
run.
lot, so let's take a look one by one. Director, could you walk us through the second anniversary event?
네, 그러니까 이벤트는
They're Alphys.
Yes, of
They cry
course.
about.
So the main event kicks off today on July 2nd.
I feel like Warframe players, you
After
just
today's
can't make
match, the
happy.
event will kick off.
그래서 7월 2일부터 시작되는 이벤트들의 일정.
But then the second you talk about their
This
game, they're like,
is
it's the
our
greatest game ever.
timeline for The event's kicking off today, starting with the second anniversary challenges. BB on Sites Run will run for about
It's like that
2
new
weeks.
Warframe came out. Was it? It's like the
second
one that has the
anniversary
two
token
fighting.
shop and attendance
And then it's
mementos
I hear
will
so
stay
many
open a bit
complaints about that shit
longer
already.
until, July 23rd. So make sure to redeem your rewards. And then as sub-events, we
What are
have
they
second
dropping new
anniversary
skins?
growth
We don't
codes,
know
which
about the new
bundles
skins yet.
XP and research acceleration. We also have Ancestors Modal enhancement discount and
They're so
dismantling
cool.
week,
Yeah, but a
which
lot of
will
people were
also run
crying
through the
about them
period.
already. They're like, "Oh, you can't make a
Yeah,
nuke
let's take a
build with
look.
them."
I heard the starting point is a challenge.
Wallet is ready. Oh shit! Oh
네,
shit!
2주년
Yes, that's right. So by clearing
Can't
the
keep
second
cheating on
anniversary
Buddy with these
challenges,
pitiful
you will earn
women.
anniversary tokens and dice.
2주년 토큰 상점에서
You can spend your tokens on exclusive rewards at the token shop.
뒤에서 설명을 또 드릴게요. 주사위는
And for
이런
dice,
이벤트에서
you can use it for the BB on Dice Run.
비비온
Oh,
다이스
shit.
So
Oh,
this
shit.
mini game, BB on Dice Run,
냉각유닛,
rewards
정렬 장치, 결정
key items like super conductive cooling units, ultimate alignment devices, and crystallization catalyst.
증표도
And plus, you can also pick up attendance mementos, so don't miss out.
Guys, we need to
이벤트
get the
내용이
superconductor.
복잡하니까
It's
천천히
A lot, so maybe if you could slow down,
don't have
it
any
would
more
be better for
superconductor?
the interpreters to really deliver all the details. Okay,
And
okay.
tomorrow, we'll
It's
see.
all
Probably.
because, I want all the descendants to hear it
'Cause
clearly.
everything on Reddit is true, right?
Where can players spend the tokens and attendance mementos they have collected?
두 개의 상점이
Right.
2주년
So two shops
There's so
will
many
be
attendance
the
codes. So do I.
centerpiece of the second anniversary event.
Transcendent alignment device?
In the second
No
anniversary token,
shot.
시작된 라운지 NPC
you can exchange tokens for unique lounge NPC guide skin titled
교환할
Party Reveler.
그리고 이외에도 2주년
And the shop also features various custom second anniversary
All the old
sprays,
maid skins that were in
sprays, and
previous
photo
login
kits.
events are right there too.
상점을 통해서
And
초월 정렬 장치를
we also offer transcendent alignment devices in the token shop.
네, 출석 증표는 2주년 출석 증표
The
상점
Yo,
attendance mementos
they're
can be
trying to
spent in
break
second
the
anniversary
fucking
attendance
ascendant.
memento
What's
shop.
it?
So,
Ancestor
you know,
mod
you've been saving
economy,
up
and
some
I'm
of
all
the
here for it.
mementos, and you
Fuck
also
those
have,
people that make
you can
10,000
also
fucking
get
Calvin
extra
posts.
mementos from the dice run. You can use all that in this shop.
넬의 레빗 게임 상자를 비롯해서
So including Nell's Rabbit game box,
But no
cosmetics
Dino
and
PGs.
makeup
They're
for
not going
Bunny,
to, dog.
Valby, the
That was a
popular
limited time
cleaning
thing.
service skins for Serena, Enix, Bunny, Freyna,
It's time to
and
move
Liesa
on. I'm
will
sorry.
all
I
be
know. It
available.
sucks.
So
It's
we're
time to move
bringing
on.
back the highly requested items from past events. I mean, I have all of them, but come on, some people might not have it.
저희는 없으면 안 되고요.
Come on, we should have it. We should have it.
플레이어분들
We should
I
have.
mean, amongst the players, I think it's a great chance for you to finally
It's like I'll never get the Raven skin in
get
Fortnite.
these popular
Or the Kratos
items.
skin in
And also,
Fortnite.
it's a perfect chance to use some
I've
mementos
come to
you've been saving
terms.
up.
I cry every time, but I've come to
lineup
terms.
Indeed. So, could you also explain the boost event as well, Director?
Another boot. God damn, dude, we're gonna be in
Oh,
boost
no,
event 24 fucking 7 every
Yes,
day,
to
every
celebrate
day
the
of the
second
year.
anniversary
Jesus.
for about 2 weeks, you will enjoy a massive 50% boost in
Because
select
we're already in a
content
boost
as-
event.
양을 키웠습니다.
and which is way more than what we usually offer.
네, 그리고 연구 가속 효과
Plus, a 200% research speed acceleration effect will kick in for about 2 weeks.
복귀하셔서
A 200?
Please come back right now and start prepping for season 4.
시기라고 생각합니다.
Oh, yo, a
그리고
200%,
성각자
dude.
모듈 강화
Now,
That
a
means we could-
2-week discount is live for the Ancestor Module Enhancement Week.
성각자 모듈을 분해하고
That means we
또
could get
On
donuts
top
in
of
like
that,
3
there's a
hours.
dismantling event. You can break down extra Ancestors modules for fragments and swap them for the modules you want.
Kanji,
So
was it? We have it in the
customizing
Discord, First Ascendant
items
chat
for
if you
the
were
second
in there.
anniversary,
I
the
can bring it
return
up
of the
here
first
after
anniversary
the live stream,
customization
though.
items. The Transcendent Alignment device granted for the first time, and also progression support and the web event. This is a really fully
There was
packed
3
2
comment.
weeks. Detailed ways to participate along with the schedule will be shared through our channels. So be
Because
sure
I was here
to
for
check
2,
them
and then Micah posted 1.
Next up, news on the skin contest. So many descendants have participated. Submissions have been closed as of June 26th.
Please don't be the one I'm thinking of.
Huge thank you to
Please don't be
everyone
the one
who
that I'm
sent in
thinking.
such amazing works. Now,
Great Clash.
it's up to our
Yeah, that's one of them.
descendants. The finals voting will begin next week. So the final voting period is
Show them.
from July 6th to
Show
July 20th. Which design will appear in the first descendant is up to your vote. Please do participate in the voting.
Show preview.
네, 최종 수상작은 8월 중에.
So we'll be announcing the final winners in August.
제가 어제 후보작
Show
Actually,
preview.
yesterday I looked at all the candidates and it was awesome.
됩니다.
And I have high hopes.
후보작이
I
I
don't.
look forward to the winner as well.
Because
I'm really
if that
curious
belt
which
one
is
wins, by God.
And as for when you will actually see them in game, we're expecting
I want
the
that
end of
Gundam
this
one to
year.
win. If the belt one beats the Gundam, I
Exact
swear.
schedule and a future notice, so please stay tuned.
Yeah, voting takes place
Gonna be
across
some
two different
going ass,
categories.
yeah.
Each player can participate up to
And
two
that last
times.
go, by the way. Yeah, I
by
screenshot the,
placing one vote for each category.
latest one that they showed.
Be aware that
Yeah,
once
TFT
the
Season
vote
4,
is
Great
cast,
Clash, and whatever
players
the fuck that
cannot
one was.
change or cancel their vote.
You might
so
win.
please
Oh, shit.
choose carefully. It's exciting to think that the skin our players picked will
Yeah, show us what you
actually
put in,
be
Kanji.
showing up in the game. So everyone, please be sure to place a vote. And today, here at this event, we have one
Secret.
more
Oh.
news that is being revealed for the
How
very
are we
first
supposed to
time.
vote for it
Figures.
if we don't even know what
Figures.
it is?
So many of you have been requesting figures in the community, and at last, we're releasing them. We're going to show you the actual figures right here, right in the studio. Let's go take a look. So I heard 3 types of figures are being released.
화면을 피규어 화면으로 바꿔주세요.
Yes, please change. Yeah.
Yes, there it is. First one is Buddy.
I don't know what I was expecting.
네,
That is right.
네, 먼저 낸도로이드
What's that angle
So
though?
starting
The
with the
fuck?
Nendoroid bunny,
드리겠습니다. 슬라이드 화면 좀 띄워주실래요?
could you please show us?
I did think the
size?
ones in the room.
Yeah,
I
please
did
don't
think the
forget.
ones in the room. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking.
So it's 3 types.
네, 제2 소식.
That Valby one. Oh my god, I want that
It
Valby
was
one.
so hard for me to keep this news as a secret. I waited so
I want that
long.
Valby
So
one.
whenever we had a live, there were questions about this figure. We couldn't share any details despite the fact that we've been working on this. And now we're finally revealing this news to you. So it's very
Here's the thing though, I will
Starting from
never
the
get
left
these a
side,
day in
it's
my
an
life.
Android bunny.
It's because they're
As
probably
you
going to
can
be
see
sold
her,
out.
She is super cute. She has a
They're gonna be
cute
pricey.
proportion,
200
iconic
bucks,
helmet,
dude.
And she's got a lot of customized
The $90 Valby one kind of like is reasonable.
And it's got 2 face plates and a Thunder Cage weapon part.
네, 그리고 두 번째는 오른쪽.
Now, second up is Figma Velby.
아시는 것처럼 이제 피그마 피규어는 이제
As you know, Figma
네, 조작이
figures are articulated figures. They're super flexible. And it's around 16 centimeters tall.
원하는 포즈를
And you can freely recreate any pose.
I see,
you
that's
want.
cool, dude.
실물이 나가고 있습니다.
Yeah, you can see the real Figma right there. It's got various parts from face plates, 3 face plates, and puddle effect base, thunder
the Valby, me
cage,
too.
peacemaker parts. So it's a full package.
네,
It's
좋습니다.
90
그리고
bucks for the
Last
Valby
but
and then
not least,
200 for
we
the
have
Ultimate
Scale
Bunny.
Ultimate Bunny. You can see it from
Hey, what's up,
in the
Valby?
middle.
How you
It
doing?
looks so fancy.
24cm.
It's standing at around 24 centimeters. She's the biggest premium display statue.
최대로 끌어.
Sculpt and
yep.
the paintwork are jaw-dropping.
소장 가치가
So
That's
it's an
why it's
absolute
200.
must-have for any collectors, I believe.
안타깝게
Like I said, I'll probably
on the
never own
screen.
these a day in my life
It's too
here
bad.
because they're probably going to be
I
limited
mean, it
limited
doesn't
supply,
fully capture
and
how
I
awesome
won't
and
ever see
great it
one because they're
looks.
scalped or some shit.
You will have to see it in person, really.
구매하려고 대기
So
중이에요.
I am waiting to.
I just realized the
pre-order this.
fucking Nendoroid, Nendo
Yeah,
Droid,
so,
whatever
I mean,
it
look
is.
at those figures.
60
They look
bucks, dude.
awesome.
Those are normally like what,
I
like
wish
10, 15
everyone was
bucks?
Here, you know, looking at them in person, I saw them and they are all very awesome. So I want all 3. And as you can see on the screen, pre-orders are open today, right?
네, 맞습니다. 오늘
200
That's right.
bucks
The
though,
pre-order
dude.
page will open
Fuck.
today at 1 p.m.
I'm broke as
So-
fuck right now.
and it will be available
8월 30일
until August 31st.
놓치지 마시기.
So don't miss out.
가격도 방금 화면에
About the price and pricing and the shipping schedules,
일정 같은 경우에는 사전 예약
You can
페이지에서
see
자세하게 확인을
more details on the pre-order page.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing our figures, they're finally here. Bunny, Ultimate Bunny, and Valby as well. Seeing them in person, really,
Maybe I can get the
it makes me
Valby.
want to get them even more. So please
Maybe I can
look
get the
forward
Valby.
to the figures for TFD.
The bunny though, that's like way out of my price
소식을
range.
공개하니까
Oh yeah, and
중요하다.
also
It feels so great to finally
order the
reveal this news.
They are going to be on the official homepage. So go to the official homepage. You can see where you can order the.
Is it
new
limited
figures.
supply or is it
Please look
just
forward
like
to
the
them.
supply and
Let's go to
demand?
the homepage. I'm going to order them myself. Yeah, let's look forward
Paper
to
only to
the
release Haley.
figures. And next up,
Have they were
are
limited? Are they
also
limited? I
something
didn't
exciting,
hear
which
that
is
part. Like, are they
Drops,
limited?
An event where you can earn rewards just by
Think I'll lose.
watching TFD broadcasts. So,
Hell yeah, I
producer,
can't
this
disrespect my girl Haley
second
like that. Like,
anniversary
what?
drops is a bit special, I heard.
If they make a Serena or a Haley one, oh my
네,
god, I'm buying them like
20년
instantly.
드롭시에서
I'll be real with
That's
you.
right. For the second anniversary drops, we've loaded up various boosters, and we also added a little fun twist to the amount for gold and Kuiper shards by setting them all around the number 2.
Oh, so leaning into that
times the
number
amount. I
2,
get it.
shall we take a look at the rewards players can get for each?
Why'd they make
view?
Diet look like she's fucking planning to kill you in your sleep?
네, 먼저 30분 시청
Right. To start off, the 30-minute watch rewards are
Which makes them
Descendant
for
and
us
Deacon
peasants.
Beast.
They don't
You'll
cater
get
to
Twitch
peasants.
Violet if you're on Twitch, and Smile Neon Green if you're watching on Chijik.
네, 그리고 60분을 시청하시면
And for watching for 60 minutes, you'll get boosts for weapon proficiency, unique RK XP, and Descendant XP. And you'll get 2 of each, giving you a 30% buff for
2,220,000
And for
Kuiper shards for 120
boost, a gold boost, and a whopping 2.22 million Kuiper shards. You see all those twos, right? All those numbers.
Yeah, so 2.22
Watch you
million.
for these.
Two
Yeah, you just have to watch over there on
three
purple for
times.
these. I'll have drops enabled,
네,
so
맞습니다.
you guys can get all this
최대
stuff for
시청
free.
Right. And for the ultimate 150-minute reward,
숫자가 자꾸 커지네요.
the number is getting even larger. We're giving away an incredible 22.22 million gold along
Can they
with
give
the
out the cover?
personalization
It's on the
catalogs.
purple app.
이 선호도가 가장 높은
It'd be
And
pretty weird if
plus,
they gave something
including
else.
An
So
absolute
they-
fan favorite paints: real matte black and clear white.
Really, clear white?
Black
I
and
thought
white
alternative
paints.
white did more,
So
did
many
better
of our
than
players have
clear
been
white.
wanting these, and yeah, so now is a great opportunity to get them just by watching broadcasts on Twitch. Go get the drops. Be sure to claim them.
You said the word. I'm shadow banned now.
네, 그리고 드롭스 기간은요. 7월
Yeah,
3일
and the drops event
You like
runs
clear white
from
better than
Friday,
alternative
July
white?
3rd to Wednesday, July 29th. All you have to do is just leave the stream on,
잊지 말고
so
챙기시기
rewards will
바랍니다.
just pile up and don't miss it.
내일부터
The drops begins from tomorrow.
Okay,
July
yeah, you
3rd.
could.
Yeah, so drops start tomorrow. And yeah, that was
Figure purple
the
up?
first
Oh,
part
shit.
of our second anniversary broadcast. And of course, it doesn't end here.
These are all
We'll be
your
taking
skins.
a
Oh,
10-minute
shit.
break. For those of you who
Yeah, I like
stepped away for a
alternative
moment
white a
or
little bit
want to
better.
go grab a drink, we'll see everyone back in 10 minutes. And after the break, we'll return with the open talk session. See you soon, and thank you, everyone.
Okay, Micah, if this shit wasn't fucking
뵙겠습니다.
live,
감사합니다.
how can they have a live discussion? Micah's still here? Did he leave? He fucking left me. Motherfucker. We have to go find Micah. We have to go find Micah. Where is he? Yo, this is the Luna playlist? Dog, that's actually cool as fuck.
Because
he was wrong. Color fans? Yeah, pretty much. I still need to go download this shit on Spotify. Was by the same woman who did Eve. Is she really? I didn't know that. Do you know that? Well, she could sing. Okay, she could definitely sing. Also, by the way, who wants to make a team for that day one for the fucking for the mega dungeon? Like, that's gonna be like just pure meta, nothing else matters but meta kind of team. Where's Thing 1 when you need him? That sound like twice? Well, it's K-pop, so take that how you will. Video grinding. Oh shit! Oh shit! That's cool. I fed you. I took you outside. What more do you want? Huh? Gotcha. You stick around. That's a... Here, anyway. Oh, sure. Oh, this is Kalula. Say hi, Kalula. Oh. Yeah, her name's Kalula. She's a Chihuahua Havanese mix. Smart as fuck. A little too smart sometimes. Spoiled as fuck though, I'll tell you that. Gets chicken every fucking night. Can you believe that? Man, culture, you see? Oh shit, oh shit. Doesn't put respect. Oh shit. Yeah, okay, so like what we, oh I'm sorry, okay, fine, you get up, go. She eats better than most of us. She eats better than me. Okay? She eats a lot better than I do. How can I open up chat? Is there a way I could open up chat from? Okay, let's see what they say on here. What's the Ascendant Fest? It's kind of like our anniversary event, like how like Warframe has TennoCon and shit like that. So this is like their anniversary event that like they have like all their like reveals. They have their own events. They usually have like a cosplay stuff there too. What do you miss? You missed the whole thing, Micah. And price are gonna skyrocket. That's what I hate about that shit. Dog. It's like people charge way too much. What gifts are we getting? They gave out some coupon codes that you can type in game and you get like a whole bunch of stuff. But they reviewed Raven, Ultimate Haley, and then what was it? A new descendant named Monet. Let's see what they say. Free preset, please. Okay, we already got some weird ass motherfuckers in the chat. Okay, cool. I swear it sounds like twice. Is that you? Queb, is that you? That girl from Starboy? No. No. It's a brand new Descendant character. David, that good. 90% of the time. Oh, I know, dude. It's just like, it's like a lot of the content creators put, it's like, hey, put your best mods up for like insane pricing, and I'll take a look at them. If I like them, I'll buy them. Exactly. Microsoft. No, it's not. No. What's the name of Luna's band? Oh yeah, did we ever get that? Like her official band name? That can't be fucking right. Chaewon wrote this fucking song? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. There's no way Chaewon wrote this song. I think not too sure. Somebody in chat keeps posting that Chaewon wrote the lyrics to the song. It is? Is Chaewon? Chaewon wrote it? That's insane, actually. Holy fuck. I was not. That's another thing that wasn't on my bingo card. Like, what the fuck, dude? Noise Surge and Nibble for some PvP with baseline Descendants baseline gun. Here's my thing, okay? You need, PvP could work, but it needs to go through a lot of hoops. Like, preset weapons that don't just insta-kill you the second you get a headshot or like multi-hit like a motherfucker. Because of which with the heart means, thank you so much. But his band is called Full Moon. Oh. Okay. But yeah, let's go. Preset blue weapons that don't just like insta-kill you with a headshot or like multi-hit bullshit. So preset like really weak weapons that have like a 2 to 3 second time to kill. Yeah, 2 to 3 second time to kill would be okay. And then have each character's abilities be on a massive cooldown and massively nerfed. If that makes sense. Like have like Freyna's puddle be like 2 feet wide. Okay, like make it be able to like block a doorway and that's it. Like stuff like that is the only way PvP would actually work in this game. But the Gambit game mode that they're talking about though, I kind of dig it. Yo, we get to play as a fucking Colossus, dude. Even though we're probably gonna get melted the second we get in there. Cause I can just see it now. It's just like, yo, there's gonna be a fucking annoying ass Serena or a fucking Ines that just like are purely dedicated to just nuking whoever invades. Take me to get the MR. If you have everything, dude, you can probably get there in like a day or two. But you missed a lot. They added PvP. They added PvP. They added a day 1 raid race. They introduced Raven and they showed off Ultimate Haley. Have to find a new main and don't know who it is. Why do you need to find a new main? What the fuck? Why? What's it called? We still don't know her element, but she's gonna be another gun character. What's it called? Oh yeah, also they released merch. So like, they have a bunny figurine, a fully customizable Valby figurine, and a bunny like Funko Pop-Looking thing. Everybody's gonna be a weapon main now, so just wait till your character gets a weapon. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the diabolical questions are gonna be. You made Valby? Oh shit. Not seeing Moxie there is kind of a fucking crime, I'll be real with you. Yeah, they showed Ultimate Haley.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our 2nd anniversary Open Talk session. First, I want to thank everyone from our creators here, our players watching, and the dev team who are with me today. Thank you everyone for sticking with us for such a long time. Before we begin, I like to say
the ultimate design was it?
today's open
Beautiful.
talk isn't a place to decide who's right or wrong. It's also not a
Raven
session
is
to,
VS's
give
mother.
on-the-spot answers to every single issue. So the most important goal is to listen to each other all the way through. So we'll answer the parts we can answer, and for parts
Yeah, no
where the dev
ornery
team
biscuit
needs a
either.
bit
What the
more
fuck,
time to
dude?
prepare, we'll take them back to the office. And for those parts that need additional discussions, our dev team will say that they'll need to review this a bit further. And we'll follow up
No.
later through additional dev notes or
The original, the
posting
base,
on our
base
official
ultimate
sites.
is just beautiful.
Let me first
For a minute,
introduce
yeah.
the creators joining us today.
That ultimate Haley premium.
Hey guys,
Shit.
they've been
They
with
do.
us since part 1, so thank you for being here. Could each of you?
I'm
give
surprised
a
the
quick
ultimate
intro
Haley is the
along
thing you
with
took away
your
from that,
creator
other than the
name?
day one
And I
raid
think we
race
can
and the
start
fucking
with, Alyssa
PvP
over
mode
there.
they introduced. I'm surprised that's what you took out of that.
Woo!
Hi everyone, I'm Exalissa. I play this game way too much and I want to, ask some good meaningful questions or something. I don't know. I'm horrible at this.
No, you're great.
Yeah, how are they
Nice to
not
meet
gonna
you,
have
Alyssa.
ornery biscuit?
Yeah, and we also
Raven
have
Design
a Korean
20 out of 10 it
creator
is.
here. Yeah, 아리안느님 안녕하세요. 예,
Hi, Ariane. Could you please introduce yourself?
I say their
아니야,
vids.
난-
Yeah.
안녕하세요.
No, you don't need to
Hello.
apologize for that,
방송하고
Clouds.
있는
I am Ariane and I am streaming from Korea. Good to see you.
와주셔서 감사드리고요.
Thank you so much for your time.
반갑습니다.
예,
What would it
course.
take for me to get on one of these one of these things?
네.
I'll fucking lay down
Yeah,
some fucking
and let's
truth
move
bombs,
on
dude.
to
I'm like,
low
what the fuck? Are you?
Hey, nice to meet you, low budget.
Hi, I'm Low Budget Gaming.
Never seen
and
any of
I've
these.
been
I've never
covering
seen any of
gaming
these
for the
either.
last couple of years. And first of all, nice to meet everyone, and also congratulations on the 2nd anniversary.
You're gonna send,
Thank
yeah,
you.
send a vase, yeah.
For our 2nd anniversary. Thank you for having you.
Sen of
here.
Vase is
Yeah,
probably
we
the only
see
one I
lots of
recognize on
videos. And let's move on to Sen.
Alyssa, I've
Introduce
only
yourself.
ever
Nice
heard
to
of
meet
in
you.
passing. I'll be real with you. Hey, Moxie, all right.
Hey guys, I'm
Oh,
Zen.
shit.
I've been covering TFD since a couple of months after it came out. I just want to applaud you guys on the great job you guys have done with
Reading a
this
script.
stream, and
Reading a script.
just everything looks really great for season 4, and I'm very, very excited about it.
Thank you. Thank
He's
you.
reading a script. I can see in his eyes.
Yeah. 좋은 말씀을 해주셨네요. Yeah, thank you. And let's move on to Raze. Hey, Raze, nice to meet you.
Alyssa, the troublemaker. Oh, what the fuck? Damn, what the fuck?
Inviting me here. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I love the.
Damn, dude, they're just laying into him in the
fantastic to be
fucking
invited with,
shit in the
such a
comment section, dude.
Fantastic selection of content creators here, and yeah, I'm
No
really
joy in
looking
those
forward to
eyes.
this Q&A session. It's going to be great.
Great, awesome. Yeah,
The
let's
empty
have a great
stare.
Q&A session. Nice to meet you.
They didn't invite saying, hey,
And
I'm not even in the
finally,
creator
Seven,
program yet.
Could you give your introduction?
Trying.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Hi everyone, I'm Seven, French content creator that speak also in English, and yeah, you kind of cooked on this dev stream, on this anniversary stream, and I still have
I would
like
be
a
on there. I
couple
would be
of
like, yo,
subject that I wouldn't that I
Ultimate
want
Haley
to
design,
talk about. So I'm looking
Chef's
forward
kiss.
to this roundtable.
Also,
Thank you. Yeah.
what
thank you.
went through the
Really
thought
looking
process
forward
of Gambit? Like that was not on my bingo
Next,
card.
So joining us today are the members of the First Descendant dev team. You may already know some of them, but yeah, let's start with our executive producer here. Could you start with a quick intro?
네, 다시 돌아왔습니다.
Yes, I
Who are
am
you
back.
people?
Descendant producer.
Where's our
I
joy?
am first descendant
Yeah, it's like,
producer,
dude, like
이번
people
주
in the
Nice to meet
fucking
you
YouTube chat is kind of like just dogging on them because like
all. I am director.
I'm seeing it's like half of them said that the game died, Sen quit,
네, 리드 게임 디자이너
so
정수.
it's like
Game
they
designer
just
정승우,
invited a
nice to
lot
meet
of haters.
컨텐츠 리드 디자이너.
I'm content lead designer 양순웅.
네, 컴뱃 리드 디자이너
I'm combat lead designer 문장원.
네, 컴뱃 리드 디자이너 오.
I'm combat lead designer 오관용.
Woo! Yeah, we have two other members also over there as well. And thank you for everyone
Exactly, haters.
for taking such a important time to be here. Today we brought few
Clem?
topics,
Clem,
and we'll be
Why
talking
why
about
did why
them
did your name
openly.
show up in chat?
Once a topic seems like it's like totally wrapped up,
Ghost
I'll
Sniper
move
said
along
Clem.
to the next one.
Is that you?
And anything that is skipped or isn't covered fully, we will put that in a parking lot board. So if there's like an issue that we can't fully cover, we'll put that on the board, and then
The
we'll
Goon
come back
Fathers.
to it
Oh my
at
god.
the end of the open
Clem,
talk.
was that you,
So we'll
dog?
do our best to organize what comes out of today's
The
discussion
Ghost Sniper
within the
dude?
next
Because
2
I was
weeks.
out of nowhere. I just see Clem.
And before we begin, Director, what do you think is the current status of TFD?
네, 다시 한번 또 오늘
Well, yes. First of all, thank you so much for making time to be here today.
늘 퍼디의
No, like
We
someone
really
said your name in the
appreciate
chat
your
on
ongoing
YouTube
love
chat.
for the TFD and all the great content you've been creating.
목이 메어서.
Sorry.
네. 오늘은 저희가
So,
이제 토론회
Before we dive into the discussion,
지금 가장 무겁게 보고 있는 문제부터
we wanted to be completely transparent about the biggest issues on our radar right now.
네, 첫 번째는
The first is
할게
there's simply a lack of things to do.
그래서 많은
So
코어
we know a lot of our hardcore players
숙제하고
are just clearing daily missions.
All these
hanging out
guys
in
look
chat,
just
waiting
so
for the next
pissed to be there.
update.
이거는 이제 저희가
Like all of them just look so
Honestly,
pissed.
때 업데이트
It's on us for not delivering
came back?
long-lasting
Oh, shit.
content in a timely manner.
해도 빠르게
And even when we do drop updates, the content is consumed instantly.
오래 붙잡고 즐길 수 있는 콘텐츠를
So,
만드는 게
Figuring out how to make content that keeps you hooked for the long run is our top priority right now.
다음으로 콘텐츠
And the
Blame the
second
no
part
job
is
players.
the gameplay feels a little too dull or repetitive.
선멸 중심으로
We've relied
쌓다 보니
heavily on extermination style content.
반복이
So we realized that
They showed Raven?
this
Yeah, they showed Raven.
승자
not just have made the loop boring,
We could go back
but also
afterwards and like just take a look at it.
그런 문제까지
cause
만드는
this issue of skewing way too heavily
Going through the
on
Warframe death
descendant and
struggles,
weapon
yeah.
balance.
콘텐츠의 다양
to
If they
a one
learn
side.
from
So we
Warframe,
need to
was
fix
it like
this
the struggles
by
and how they
bringing way
fixed
more
them, I
variety
think
to
they
the
could
table.
do very well for
또 이제
themselves.
신규
And beyond that, we are
더잘
um,
안착하셨으면
One day
하는
and then
그런
complain
Also
there's no
looking
content.
forward-
Exactly, Clem, exactly.
well, we're trying to find a way to onboard
But
our
it's just
new
like, that's just an
trainees, and
unavoidable
also
thing,
there
you
are
know what I
many
mean?
issues that we would like to fix, such as UX and the stagnated meta and so on. So let's talk about all those details today with the descendants who are here today with us.
해보도록 하겠습니다.
And let's
편하게
get right into it. I look forward to your honest opinions and views. We'll try our best to deliver good answers.
Yeah, thank you, Director. So the first topic we'll be talking about is game content. For game content, please share your thoughts on end game content and the content itself. And one quick note, the topic many of our players and probably content creators,
Don't say
everyone,
anything
are
fucked
probably
up.
most curious
Don't
about,
just
will
be an
be
ass.
Descendant balance. And that will be covered.
Don't be a
right in the
shit ass,
next
dog.
topic, which is Descendants. So
They invited you
please
there.
save any
Be
balance-related
respectful.
comments for
Don't
that
be a shit
part.
ass.
So for now, let's talk deep
More life
about
to it, it
game
does.
content itself. You know, like any end game content, things to do. Please talk about that. So I think we can proceed by we can see like Seven raising his hand. So you know, if you press that Zoom button, you get that hand. I'm gonna pick on Seven right now. So Seven, please give your opinion.
Yeah, so as you mentioned earlier, during like the kind of summary, like there is a thing that is going around the community that is like the repetitive things going like in the same dungeon, doing the same thing, and when it's done, you are pretty much done. And yeah, the kind of thing that we were like talking about, especially in the community, and that I see a lot, is like more like game mode, which is kind of what you answer with like the dev live today, but like more game mode that doesn't require to basically farm something typically, but like just have some fun more than like going to farm the enhancement for our descendant over and over, and then we ending up when it's done, you know, like. So I think that you will release multiple mods in the future. Do you have like and like willing to release like more game mode than like what we've seen? And is it gonna be like the next way to go, or like we're still going like with the dungeon still?
Oh yeah.
Not
Thanks
a
for
bad
the
question.
comment. So more game modes. So I think we've seen some game modes today.
I mean, worded poorly, but not a bad question.
So I guess your opinion is like if we could have something more than that, and if we have like plans on making the game on various more game modes.
That's what they're doing now, Spawn. With the mega dungeon. So it's like the mega dungeon itself is going to be like story content. But then they're going to introduce 2 weeks afterwards pinnacle event where people race to try to compete for the top prize.
A question about,
and it's supposed to be the highest difficulty activity we've ever known.
And repeatedly running daily missions, which is quite dull, and there are a lot of repetitive game mode. And you also made a comment about adding some fun factors to the game modes. So regarding these topics, I think this is coming from the absence of long-term gameplay goal. So going forward, we're going to focus on building the long-term gameplay goal. For example, Transcendent Weapon, and we're also planning to add a variety of content to make sure that you enjoy the game for a longer time.
What they need to do
and what
is
I can
take
tell you is from season
it's going to sound hypocritical of me, but take a page out of the Destiny book. Like, give the weapons a story. Because, like, especially with like Transcendent weapons coming out and shit like that, like, give them the reason, like, why we have that. Like, Executor, that shotgun, it's literally pieces ripped from the Executor boss. Like, give a story of how we got that. Give the weapons meaning. It's like what we need.
All right, so regarding the game mode, as we explained during the first part, the new game mode will feature more
like that would make the missions a lot more meaningful. Example, and it's like it wouldn't seem like we're just like farming a random ass mission for a random ass gun. You know what I mean?
And you can defeat stronger monsters every time you play. And these options will not be a one-time off thing.
Yeah, legendary quests on Destiny are so cool. Yeah, they are. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't hurt to take a page out of their book. Like if they could take the good things out of like other games and put them in here, it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, they're gonna be called copycats, but at the same time, it's like there's a reason why people love those activities.
Gimmicks. And also there are some growth. There are going to be different patterns that will encourage
like right now,
grow.
A lot of the stuff in the game lacks
meaning. Receiving some good feedbacks in the Onslaught mode. We're going to
it's like Legion Lab,
make it more sophisticated.
Everybody's just like it's just a random laboratory we're invading.
More diversity.
There's like no story implications or anything like that. But so even though it does, they don't put it in your face. Like, you know what I mean?
Make sure that you enjoy the game with more.
Yeah, who doesn't copy each other?
So on
but
top
they need
of that,
meaning is what they need.
Considering experiment mode as well as some other modes, we're not going to be giving a same task. There are going to be multiple tasks.
It is how you execute it.
So which task we're going to select and in which area you're going to play.
Because like if you put me in a mission and say, hey, this gun is at the end of this mission, and then was you be like, hey, we found out how to upgrade this gun to the next 4 levels, yeah, I'll go fucking grind that mission because it's like, yeah, that's where the gun came from. That's where I'm gonna get the gun.
To ensure that.
근데 소시장님.
And
it's like even the Descendant story missions, it's like, yo, like
mentioned about trial mode,
put like their Transcendent mods in that mission for their story mission.
Other modes coming
just make it higher difficulty,
yes,
you know?
Yes, there are like Cradle of Evolution and some other content. The new dungeons we also introduced in part 1 are going to have all those features that I just
have to have meaning behind it all.
So the playstyle would be different with the existing dungeons? Yes, that's right. So Sigma Sector and in other dungeons feature some random variables. We would like to take
Sharon's
that
was
and expand
insanely
it further
good.
So that you can feel fresh every time you play.
Yeah, thank you for that opinion. And I'm seeing 2 hands. And before I move on, as we have like interpreters currently here, please speak a bit slowly. I'm trying my best to speak a bit slowly, but everyone here,
Evolution skills would be
the
good.
dev team, let's all speak a bit slowly so that our viewers who are watching can understand this much more better. Yeah. I'm gonna start with Alyssa over there, since He's on the screen on
Don't be a
the
shit
over there.
ass.
So, Alyssa, what's your take on this?
I agree with everything that was mentioned, and I think that with this as well, of course, with the game growing and expanding, you'd also have to consider like a fine line, something along the lines of like making sure that old content doesn't become completely obsolete. For example, after Onslaught's release, breach tracking just had no more purpose anymore. So, something that would kind of push the whole use of the old resources. Previously, you implemented the shop to exchange the resources, but
Has he played Breach Tracking? You get a lot of Walter White from there.
Yeah, old content. So
I don't have to commit fucking 30 minutes to Onslaught Stage 3.
Breach tracking was kind of taken down after Onslaught mode was released, and yeah, it is something that is I've seen a lot in the community. So, what's your take on that, guys?
네, 저희가 이제 신규 모드가
A lot of people in the chat are
Every
actually
time
agreeing
we
with me. Holy
release a
shit.
new mode, you mentioned that old content are becoming obsolete,
And
I
then here we go with the
completely
people that
agree
hate
with
it.
you. I know where you're coming from.
네. 그로 인해서 매칭이 또
And because of this issue, matching becomes fragmented,
Voter
and
ranks from retracking.
in old content, we lack players,
Do
and
you?
this is an issue that we
I don't
keep on
remember.
seeing
I don't
that
think so.
pops up.
보상과
With similar rewards and efficiency, it's been similar throughout our all content. So whenever a more efficient content is released, our old content becomes obsolete, and this is kind of a vicious cycle we are seeing. So moving forward, for each content, I think we did bring this up earlier, for each content, we want to really make it distinct. So we want to make sure that all the descendants can really shine in certain versions or episode, and we can make sure that many players can really use their favorite descendants to farm and grind, and they'll shine in these specific versions or episodes or seasons where they can really bring out their strengths. So I think that content we will maintain all of what we have released, but nevertheless, we are going to see a decrease in players for previous content, and we can't solve this problem entirely.
That's
but
the
what we can
issue
do
about
is,
not taking
on a
anything out of the
regular
game.
basis, make sure we have structural or
I feel like why
reward
Fortnite
changes
takes
for
away like
previous
certain
content.
like
For instance,
shticks
for old content, we
for each
could
season. Destiny
put
had the content
random,
vault. Fucking
content
Call of Duty
or
even has like
missions
certain
or
maps and weapons like tied
change
behind them
the
and shit. It's
rewards
like
so
they
that
always take
there's
them out at the end of
another
the season.
reward loop
First Ascended
so that
doesn't.
players can
So
go
it's just
back to
like
the previous
you're gonna have
content
people that
and
just don't
enjoy
want to
it
play the
kind of
old shit no
freshly.
more. So it's either
So,
the only way you can really solve that is by like taking it out of the
I think
game.
we
That's
are
kind of bad.
having some work done.
You
on
go
this
in game, you
issue.
go to options, and then
So, for
was it you
example,
go to was it you pause, go to
I mentioned
options, and then there
breach
should be like a
tracking,
redeem thing at the very right.
To give you an answer on that, when you play this repetitively, the number of users is decreasing and there's less motive. So in order to tackle this problem, we are doing some prep work in Season 4 updates. In breach tracking, we are going to make sure that there are more aspects, new aspects, so that new players can come in.
Yeah, thank you for that opinion. And I think we have more hands up. And this time I'm going to hear from both the creators. So starting with Arianne and then moving on to Sen. 아리안느님 한번 먼저 말씀 한번 부탁드리겠습니다.
So Arianne, whenever you're ready.
Dude, Sen just looks so pissed like he's there.
네, 안녕하세요. 아리안느입니다.
Hello, I'm Arianne.
관련해서
I want to ask a question about our
모드에서
content on Onslaught mode.
바이오 벌거스 칩을 먹었을 때
On Bio Bulgus chip,
보너스 스테이지 개념으로
there's a bonus stage.
추적 콘텐츠를 들어가는 게
There's a bounty hunting operation mission. So I thought that was one of our
추적의 지휘관은
missions, but the commander of the
Peeking like.
bounty hunters, it doesn't seem like a bonus. It seems like a bullet sponge with too high HP.
균열 추적이 열쇠든
So whether it be bio bogus or breach, or whether it be bounty hunting, it doesn't seem like
파밍러프를 느낄 수
a
없는
bonus.
My God, people are just like roasting his mic.
It seems like a content that many people don't really want to.
Yeah, there's no biscuit. That's
enjoy.
what I was saying.
그래서 HP를 좀
Like, how you gonna have
So
a
maybe
first ascendant,
decreasing HP,
first ascendant
and when
fest and not have
Tribal
ordinary
is
biscuit there?
released, and when
Bro
Disney
is in a
agents have more
bunker.
power, there can be
Oh my
some
God.
aspects to realize the power fantasy. So changing these aspects may help give our players a better experience.
제가 항상 얘기하는 거라서
And this is something that
뭐가 있냐면은
I've always mentioned
도파민입니다. 우리가
is
아이템을 먹었을 때
dopamine. When we
바로 안 나와요.
acquire an item, that scene doesn't pop up. There's just like a little ping,
드롭이 되는 걸 우리가 볼
and then later on we can see it visually, our item coming in. So
수가 않고
it doesn't seem like I feel the satisfaction when the moment I get my item.
칩을 먹었을 때
Now, when I get the Bio Bogus chip in onslaught mode, it's a very important item. But when I want to check that,
F2
after the mission, I have to press F2, and then later on, I can check whether I really acquired this item.
Yeah.
그래서 이런 중요도가 높은
Honestly,
아이템을 먹었을 때
So when you acquire these important items,
아이템 먹었을 때
I want to see it instinctively.
보여주고 바로 직관적으로
Like,
보여주고
it shows the players, oh, you acquire this important item. We want to see that right away. What do you think about this?
honestly, he has a very
Well, thank
good
you for
take.
your opinion.
Probably like one of the
We'll
best
listen
ones said so
from
far.
Sen and then move to the dev team.
Yeah, feel free to give opinions regarding game content.
Give me 1 second.
My question is similar to Alyssa's, not so much about revisiting the content, but something I noticed about the content is I see new content release, and then I feel like that content kind of gets put in a maintenance mode. And instead of building on the content by adding new maps, new enemies, it's kind of just reworked and nerfed and so on. Purge was going down a route where it kept getting levels. Breach tracking never got new maps. Onslaught has not gotten a new map or new enemies. And I'm wondering why the team might think this happens and what is the plan in the future to fix the content, to fix this within season 4 so we don't see the same thing happen.
Yeah, thanks for the opinion. So let's begin with. Yeah, thank you for the opinion. And so let me organize this. So the first two things that came from our Korean creator Ariana was the first thing about the Bio Bogus chip. So the commander that appears
I kind of missed what
in
Sen
the
said.
Bio Bogus chip dungeon is extremely strong. We get a lot of, it feels like a bullet sponge, and it doesn't feel like a farming loop. So does the dev team have like an opinion toward
Pretty
this?
grande one. Yeah.
And did we think about like reducing the HP? And the second one was regarding like dopamine. So whenever we acquire an item in TFT, it's really difficult to see that we got some items. So if we were to get a new Bogus Bio chip, it doesn't feel like we got that drop. Rather, we have to press F2 to see that we got an important item.
Thanks, man.
So
I
if you
missed
wanted
Sen's.
to, hear the
I
opinion
might have
on
to
this
go
as
after
well.
the Dev Lab though, so
And,
it's very
the
unfortunate. But
opinion
yeah.
from Sen, we saw that kind of like Alyssa's opinion. So content, it goes into maintenance mode after like old content goes into maintenance modes. Breach tracking, it didn't get a new map. Purge just got like levels. So why does all this keeps happening? And would it be possible to see more fixes of this in season 4? Yeah, so we got 3 different issues here. I think it'll be great to hear from the dev team.
답변 주시기 전에 저도 한마디
Before we hear from the dev team, let me share my 2 cents about the bounty operations. The bullet sponge issue. I feel you.
계신 분들한테 의견
So when it was updated, I shared my thoughts to the dev team.
기대했던 거랑은 조금
Well, the content was a little different with what I expected.
봐요. 집으로
As you mentioned, when we farm the Vulgus biodata chip,
수가에 너무 좀 어려운
actually, we want to farm Vulgus biodata chip, and the HP is just too high. It's not very smooth in terms of the gameplay.
예, 반영이 되면 좋을
So I'd love to see that update coming up very soon.
답변은
And more answers will be carried out by the dev team.
네, 질문이 세 가지.
Right, so we had three questions in total. First one about bounty operations.
지금
The bounty operation commander.
수정이 예정이 되어 있죠. 네.
We have a
설명해 주시면
fix coming up, right? Could you elaborate on that?
네, 먼저 많은 분들이 얘기해 주시는 뷰렛 스폰지.
Yes, about the bullet sponge issue.
이 부분에 대한 개선.
We are fully aware of it, and we do feel you. We do need see the need to improve it.
내용이 현재 이렇게 결정된 상황을 먼저.
So let me first explain the background behind this decision, as well as the purpose.
현상금 추적 같은 경우는
For bounty operations,
끝나는 일반 파밍 던전에 비해서 좀 더 스펙이 높은 계승자
the existing farming
도전적인
dungeons ended really quickly, and we wanted to make something that would be more challenging for our core users. So when we tested this, we set the descendant spec to a very high level.
스펙으로 맞춘
So descendants who meet that level,
충분히 이 정도면
when they play,
의견을 주시기도 하지만
they said that, well, this is enjoyable. But even if you have a high spec, in some cases you feel that the HP of the commander is too high. So we've been receiving mixed feedbacks.
라는 걸로 약간 좀 획일화되어 있는 건데.
So the problem is that
시도를 좀 내부적으로
actually we're trying various
먼저 가장
ways to resolve these issues, and the biggest task is to reduce that bullet sponge
다른 계승자분들이 플레이를 하실 때
issue. So whenever other descendants play this,
재밌는 요소들을 현재 좀
we want to add more fun factors,
편지로 완화.
not by adding the bullet span, not adding the HP, but by adding other fun content. So we're going to diversify and expand the fun part.
그거 언제 하실 거예요?
When's that happening?
When's that
이
happening?
부분은 저희가 최대한 주.
We'll come back with the timeline as soon as possible.
일단
Actually, our goal is to
포가 진행하기 전에 무조건
have it ready before season 4. Oh, that's very soon.
Now people are complaining about mechanics.
이야기를 조금 정리를 해보겠습니다.
I like to recap.
그러니까 지금
Yeah, let me recap.
블랙 스펀지가
So what you just mentioned is when bullet sponge problem will be issued for all.
이제 저희 질문은
What's the focus of the question? Let's narrow it down.
추적자
Yeah.
블랙 스펀지를 해결할 거.
So when are you going to fix the bounty
Make
operation
Valby
commander's
Bunny
bullet sponge
official
issue?
couple. What the
And the
fuck,
second
dude?
point is when are you going to fix this? Yeah, because the
이야기하고 싶었던
director was a little bit broad in terms of giving the answers. So I want to feel the players want to feel bonus bounty operation. It's kind of a bonus game, but it's taking too long and it's
Keep
stressful
spamming that?
to play.
Yeah,
So
I
that
see
was the key message that the question wanted to deliver. So could you narrow on that?
그래서 네, 먼저 블랙 스폰지는 명확하게 수정을 할 예정이고요.
So we are going to fix the bullet sponge issue for bounty operations commander before season 4 begins.
이제 이걸로
So when you capture Vulgus biodata chip,
컨텐츠로
you,
수정을
I
하겠습니다.
mean, for you to get the Vulgus biodata chip, you'll be able to enjoy this game more freely.
하신다는 거예요?
네.
It's happening before season 4 launch?
네,
Yes, exactly, before season 4. Thank you so much.
Oh hell yeah!
요새 잘
Alright.
하고 있었어, 솔직히.
Actually, to be honest, I haven't been playing it
계승자
myself. Come on, build your descendants.
역공을 당하려고.
Wow, that's a.
지루하다고.
I was blindsided. Come on, it's boring.
I don't play my own
안에
game.
됩니다.
Come on, it only takes 3 minutes. Well, I was blindsided. Anyways,
그리고 지금 이야기를 하다 보니 좀 넘어갔는데 두
and
번째는 이제
let's move on to the second part.
좋은 아이템을 파밍했을
So when you
때의
farm
즉각적인
an important
피드백,
item,
부족에 대한 이야기였죠.
you don't see it instantly, so it leads to lack of dopamine. We have transcendent weapons coming in for the next season, and for transcendent weapons,
지금 시스템으로는
our descendants are really excited to see the options. But with the
Yo,
current
Hughes, what's up?
display, it's difficult to see what options you get. You have like gold and so many other things on your right side panel. And I believe this is a
This is
very
called,
important
the
topic,
TFT Dev
the
Live
fun
for the second anniversary.
coming from the farming. So do you have any comments on that?
간단하게 그 추가 의견을 좀 설명드리면
All right, so
What's she talking
이미
about?
말씀해 주신 것처럼
as director just mentioned,
파밍 만족감 중요하다.
the farming satisfaction, I believe, is very important as well, especially in the loop.
바이오 벌거스 칩 같은
You took Volgas Bio Data Chip as an example,
아이템들과
and it's called as the lottery.
아이템들과
And along with other rare items,
있도록 우선 수정을 하겠고
we're going to make fix
그거 외에도
to this bio data chip so that it can appear with more appealing display. And then for even other important items,
add, like,
we are going to continue to improve
explosion
the displays
visual
when you
effects,
get
and they're just
them
gonna flash
in
up on a
farm
screen in the
mode.
middle of the screen.
And not
Like,
just
you
for
got
these
it.
important items, there are many other items being dropped. And during the farming process, we understand that our players are feeling
Yeah, I like
a
what
little
this dude
attacked.
said. Was
So we're
it
going to make
don't
an
neglect the
improvement in Season 4.
storytelling.
잡템으로 느껴지지 않도록
So that you don't feel these important items as
보완하도록 하겠습니다.
unimportant ones.
네. 그리고 네.
All right. So moving on to the third question, it's a question from Sen.
신규 콘텐츠
And it was a question about new content. When we release a new content, the old contents become they fall into the maintenance content, and
계승자님들께 사과 말씀.
I first would like to apologize for you for making you feel in that way.
격돌도 다음
And actually, for onslaught mode, we are planning to add a new map, right? We don't see it in the screen, but he noted.
준비하고 있습니다.
Yes, we have that in our roadmap. And also, the difficulty level 4 will be updated very soon.
Difficulty level
그리고,
4
이런
for
말씀을
Onslaught?
All right.
What the fuck?
And
알고 있어요.
we do hear you, and we know the
처음부터
community had been voicing this out. So for trial mode, we have the first map added in August, but we have the second and third map in plan, right? Yes.
그래서 콘텐츠들에 계속
All right. So we are definitely considering the expansion of content. We're going to continue to keep the light on for the old content as well.
합니다. 그리고 격돌의 맵 추가
And adding a new map to
선택지 추가
onslaught mode would be one available options. And there are some other plans you have, right? Could you elaborate on that?
추가 난이도
Oh, shit.
Yes. So about adding difficulty. Difficulty level 4 will be added.
격돌 난이도 3을 이제는 조금 더 내가
And
완벽하게 깎아서
when you optimize your build,
분들이
you might feel difficulty level 3 is a little too easy. So we are going to add another higher difficulty level. We're going to add new parameters as well. The Archi parameters the existing Archi parameters will also be improved to make sure you enjoy the game.
How do
And then
you
given that we
improve
have a
on
new,
that though? Because this is just
difficulty
kind of like a
level,
base
we'll
power level.
also
지속적으로
a new type of rewards will be available as well.
혹시 격돌이
So regarding onslaught
추가 그리고
mode, we're going to add new difficulty level and Archi parameters. Other than these two,
바라시는 뭔가
what would be some factors that would add more fun? We'd love to hear from you as well.
Yeah, thank you, guys. 예, 잠깐 제가 좀 정리를 하겠습니다.
Let me just organize it.
So yeah, first
Oh,
up,
they forgot to turn the
thank
mic
you
off.
For, I think this overall roundtable with our creators is proceeding well, and I'm seeing your hands up for low budget and raise.
Bunny could
But
have a
before we
helicopter
move
kick.
on, we have a similar opinion that was
You
given.
just give
from
Bunny a
Orlando
tornado
Biscuit,
ability,
who
like where she just runs in
unfortunately
circles.
could not attend due to her I think
Like
yes,
every
she
other
has,
speedster
things to
in
do,
like
but
comic book history.
Anyway, she still sent us a video, and really thank you, Ornery Biscuit, for even though you couldn't come, it's really thankful for sending such a great video. So why don't we look at that video?
He is
and then
there.
let's move on to more opinions from Low Budget and Race. So please, if you could show that video from Ornery Biscuit, let's take a look.
Hey there. Hello to everyone who's watching, my fellow creators and the
She has a fucking sticker.
I know last year's anniversary was a fun one for me, especially that I knew that I'd be receiving a gift. And as much as I wanted
August
to be
20th.
there, I'm afraid I couldn't because of real life commitments. But the TFD team has been really kind enough to allow me to say to you guys right here that I appreciate all of the support to the game that we all love and to the talented content creators. Now, obviously, I wouldn't be able to answer any live question, but what I can do is to ask a question myself to the devs and to the content creators. My question is, a
You know
lot
what
of
she looks
players
like?
have
Oh
voiced
shit!
this
Yeah,
out
she was on
recently,
last
and
year.
I've also noticed some of the content creators did as well.
I don't think a lot of people saw
I
last year's though.
personally
I'll be
am
real with you.
feeling what the issue is, but I wish that the grind for new materials could be a bit more expansive and non-repetitive. The game has a lot of useful
that is ornery
content,
biscuit.
and limiting the grind to just 2 instances could feel like it's forced into the players. Now, are there any plans at all to introduce new ways of grinding new and upcoming materials? Thank you to all the
What do you mean?
players out there and to the devs, the TFD team, for allowing me to deliver this question. I'll see you in the next one.
And yeah, I'm seeing 3 hands. Let's
One of them
first,
just
also
clapped the mic.
hear an opinion from Low
You
Budget.
don't know who Ornery Biscuit is? She's a dope ass
Hi.
creator.
So yeah,
she
basically,
makes
I
a lot
just
of like
wanted
good
to
weapon
echo
like
what
builds
Sen
and shit
and
like that.
Alyssa have already said regarding the old content, things like breach tracking.
I don't know
What
who the
want
fuck this is.
At the moment, we are getting big updates and big new content every season, but we can also look at some, minor variations of existing content. For example, we have Onslaught. Onslaught is very successful. We want more maps and things like that. But you could also have something like a mini Onslaught mode, which is more intense, perhaps. Shorter waves, but maybe timed instead of the number of kills. And you can also have some fun interactions, like fun missions, just random silly things in the game. Like for Halloween, you could change one of the dungeons and have spiders running around and pumpkins everywhere. Or maybe have one special day where Jaber becomes the most powerful descendant in the game. Just silly things like that. He runs as fast as Bunny and he jumps higher than everyone. He flies like Serena. Things like that, just which is not taking too much development time, but it adds a little bit of fun and silliness to the game, makes it a bit more lighthearted. Things like that. So I think something like that should be considered instead of like waiting every season to get like a new mode and then another mode. Also, I wanted to mention the thing Alyssa mentioned about the breach tracking. So at the moment,
Themed engines would be nice. They would. I think themed weapons would be too. Like imagine a fucking like a snowball launcher or a fucking like
so I think the grind in
or like
breach
a
tracking should be
jack-o'-lantern like bullshit. You know what I mean?
Somebody has a new ancestors module, they want to re-roll it, they don't have enough superconductive.
Yo, Krumi, what's up?
They should just head to breach tracking and be able to farm a lot of it. So I would say
watching the dev live right now. We're doing the live chat
from,
questions.
Breach tracking by 10 times at least, so that there is a purpose behind the breach tracking. Because otherwise, people they just don't seem to have a good reason to go there. So basically, these are some of the things I wanted to cover. Also, what I've noticed,
this person keeps spamming that shit. Dude, it's fucking annoying.
Newer players are progressing very, very quickly, without fully understanding how to mod the descendants. Just last week, I ran into a new player who was in the Axiom Plains, and what I was talking to him, it seems like they hit a wall when they reach the Axiom Plains. They progress through the early part very, very quickly, but at the end, when they have to, deal with the Axiom Plains, they struggle. They're still running around with their basic descendant and the Thunder Cage. So I think, yeah, all the 3 stages, I think end game with Onslaught is good. We need to build on that. Early game, the boost path and those things are great, but some fun tutorialized missions to, help the new players understand how to mod the game and how to, build the descendants. Because people who are coming from a non-looter shooter background, they're basically just picking up a gun and starting to shoot. They don't understand that they have to build the descendant, put the catalyst and things like that. So yeah, some of the things that I've noticed my community mention.
He's not wrong.
Thank you, Low Budget. Yeah, since Low Budget said a few things, I think we should cover it with the dev team before moving on to Raze and Seven. Yeah, please do wait a bit more. So yeah, I think the first part was also kind of similar, talking about.
네, 질문이 좀 많아서 한번 정리를 하고.
Wait, I think there were a lot of questions, so I think we should kind of organize this and then move on to another question. Right, so before we move on, let's just organize what we have on the table so that we could give you the best answers.
So the first part was mostly about sorry about that. Yeah, we got great ideas like minion onslaught. Yeah, minion onslaught. I think that was pretty interesting. So
A timed
maybe
onslaught would be
adding,
kind of nice.
more kind of like silly mode, and actually the idea itself isn't really silly. I think it's pretty great.
The
having, like,
fucking
more kind of fun things also
themed dungeons
added
for
into
the
game
holidays
is
and shit like that,
actually,
I would
something
really
that
like.
we can consider. So that was kind of the first part, and the second part was breach tracking. Mostly it's about we're going there for like superconductive cooling units, and grinding in breach tracking should be reduced. So maybe like when we farm, we can have like 10 times more loots from here. And yeah, I think that is one thing. Another thing the dev team should think about. And the last part was about new players. So new players hitting a wall. So once they start playing the game and they come to Axion, it becomes really difficult for them to actually adjust to the game. Axion itself, the enemies are pretty strong, and for a new player, it may become quite a struggle to actually face off the players. So I think these are kind of the three key issues. Number one, kind of maybe adding like fun kind of new mods into the game, and number two, another one related to breach tracking, if we can increase the overall loot. Finally, new players. The TFT needs new players, but getting them to adjust to the game, that is an issue that we should think about.
네, 사실 질문이 하나 더 있었죠. 오너리 비스킷님이.
I think there was one more question.
네, 그래서
Oh shit.
네, 순서대로 이야기를 한번 해볼까요?
Yes, let me go over them one by one.
일단 오너리
First of all,
비스킷님이 말씀 주신 내용은
what Ornery Biscuit mentioned
엑시온 침투 작전의
recently in Axion Infiltration,
재료에 대한 이야기.
she mentioned about rare materials.
이번에 제노플루이드는
The genofluid,
대량 획득
recently,
수량과
when it was mass farmed, we increased
이것을 좀
the
재료 파밍을
farming rate so that it's more favorable for our players. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts. And this is all about probability. It's random. So I'm sure all of the descendants have different
750개 모으기 전에
they have different experiences. But for me, getting 750 genofluids, it became later than gathering the maps. This time, materials finished, but I got the blueprints later on.
한 던전에서 오랫동안 파밍해야 되는
So,
완화를 하려고
farming a single item in a single area, we're trying to avoid this. And for new descendants,
기초 재료를
when we have new descendants,
나눠서 내기로 했습니다.
we're going to divide the content into two places. So for Raven, we're going to put it like this.
어려운 구간에 고효율
In a difficult mode, we're going to have a high efficiency farming system, and vice versa.
배치를 할 계획입니다.
It is up in the difficulty for more
For
rewards.
transcendent weapons, as we've mentioned earlier,
파밍이 가능할 거예요.
a lot of the content will allow you to farm it.
결국 이 질문의 포인트는 특정
Now, the
컨텐츠
point of this question is
노가다 하는 게 지루하다.
because we don't want our players to become bored and make a lot of players have said it's kind of dull. So this very repetitive patterns we're going to move away from. That's what I can say.
질문에 대해서는 충분히 답변이
I hope your first question was answered sufficiently.
혹시 첨언해 주실 얘기가 있을까요?
Would anyone like to add to this for basic materials?
느끼시는 분도 계시겠죠.
Some feel like it's a step-by-step way, but until now, it was kind of a quantitative method, but now we're going to give it to you time to time in a large bulk. So that's the changes that we're going to introduce. So we will make sure that you get the rush once you farm those items. So that's the balancing rework that we're going to do.
They were just like seething over this fucking translator, dude. Like, holy fuck.
말씀 주신
And I think low budget, you mentioned 3 issues. First is adding more variations and some silly fun aspects to our game.
주셨는데요. 공감하고요.
We really relate to that. Like you've mentioned, in trial mode and onslaught mode, we are getting ready for variations.
뭐 필드든 던전이든
Whether it be new dungeons or field, there will be new aspects but for old content, we are getting ready for new aspects as well, variations for old content. And secondly,
제가 잘 이해를 못했는데
just correct me if I'm wrong.
이게 통역을 거치다 보니까 잘 이해를 못했습니다.
Sorry, I think the interpretation is kind of throwing me off. You said breach tracking is less efficient. So for cooling units, you said you needed more efficiency, right?
Yeah, is that right, low budget?
네, 그게 맞을까요?
I mean, I get a good amount for breach tracking.
Yes, we saw you nod.
Probably the most I
Yes,
get from like
understood
other
your question.
activities other than Onslaught, but it's like I don't want to fucking commit like 30-40 minutes to a fucking
Yeah, I
Onslaught
think,
run.
a lot of people relate to this. I can't recall the item name right now, but the key of breach tracking
근데 이거를
is I know you have a lot of inventory and you want to use this all at once, but which means you have to just go around the game numerous times. I think this is a difficulty a lot of players are facing, so we are getting ready for a solution in our dev team. So let's listen about that. From what we mentioned earlier, I think this was brought up in Season 4, in breach tracking,
비정형 차원석을 지금은
amorphous stones,
제공하고 있는데
we have only 3 set types, but now, depending
소모해야지만 열 수
on the randomness, there's going to be a new amorphous stone that's going to be unlocked with a certain key, and through this amorphous stone, proportional to the keys that you have,
10배만큼의 보상을 얻을 수
you'll be able to get 10 times the rewards.
보상을 지급할 계획이기 때문에
So that's the plan up till now.
무한 반복 플레이를 하시는 것보다는
So rather than having to infinitely play with a certain percentage,
차원석을 만나시
you'll be able to get amorphous dimensional stones with a
Goddamn, I'm not
certain
gonna lie to you,
key. So I
folks, I'm
think the
kinda falling
rewards
asleep
will
on
be
this
bigger
bitch.
for you.
네. 그리고 이제 세 번째 질문은
Okay, the third question was
분들이
the new descendants.
아직 준비가 덜 돼 있고
When they enter the Axion, they're not ready. They don't fully understand the content, and they have a hard time catching up. And you said it would be nice to have a solution for this problem.
해결해야 되는 숙제 중에 굉장히
And I think this is one of our
I got
top
reported
priorities.
for harassment and bullying, so my discoverability has been
So in season
disabled.
4,
큰
What harassment
have
and
a
bullying?
boost past improvements as
I've
well
been watching the fucking dev
a
live
lot
this
of
entire
system
time. What the fuck,
improvements
dude?
to overcome this issue. I believe that dev team has something on this, so I'll pass the mic.
껴들어서 잠깐
How the fuck does that make
Oh,
sense?
sorry to butt in. I just want to add something.
이랑 개발팀 모두에게 하는 얘기인데요.
This is something I just
Someone
want to
reported
say
me.
to the whole dev team.
그 플레이하시는 분들이 어느 지점에서 많이 그만두
There are some
데이터가 있습니다.
points where new
Yeah, it's
players
showing
quit
us is like,
according to
was
the
it, my
data.
discoverability is straight up gone. So no new people
When we
will see
have
the
to
stream.
farm catalysts and set up builds, this complicated system, it's very hard to understand. So that's one of the challenges our new descendants face, like Low Budget
That's
mentioned.
bullshit.
While you play, we have a lot of tasks that we need to clear, but we get lost in that process. So when I play the game, when I see the chat, a lot of people
No. Was it buffering?
really ask that question: which descendant should I grow? How do I do this and that?
Now, Cody with the share.
I
Thank
see
you,
a
Cody.
lot of these questions. So
저희 게임
Why must you do this to me?
제공하고 있는 뭐 그게 역시 안내가 됐든
So whether it
What'd
be
you just call it?
tutorials or extra guides, I think we are kind of, and when season 4 starts,
돌아오시는 분이나 혹은
whether it's
새롭게 퍼스트 디센더
descendants coming
Real
back
much.
or
Hell yeah,
new
hell yeah.
descendants joining us for the first time,
게임에 대한 이해
we hope that everyone
USA.
can adapt and
We're gonna win the
understand
soccer bowl
game
for sure.
We want
만들어달라고 요청.
this process to be very smooth.
The U.S. wins. We're gonna call it the Soccer Bowl from here on out.
Dev team.
노력을 해보겠습니다.
So I promise we will put more work on that. Would you like to add anything else?
여기 통역 끝나시고 영어 통역 끝나시면 네 됐습니다.
예. 시즌 4의 새로운 부스트 패스를
Our booth path for
Also,
season 4,
apparently,
it is
I'm being
going-
like
there is going to
reported
be a
for
booth path,
bullying and
using this,
harassment.
if you play,
I don't know why.
you can see Ultimate Bunny's complete build, and you can actually use this. And this is the support that we're offering. And using this, you can get to the high
I don't know who the
content
fuck this
very
dude is,
fast
but he's been like
and
waiting
enjoying
for
new
so
content as well.
long
So
just to
that's
get
the
his shit out.
support that we're getting ready for. So we'll make sure that newcomers don't get lost and they adapt well to
Or a Warframe player,
TFT.
probably.
추가로 저희가 또 고민하고
Additionally,
시도해보고자 하는 중에 하나는
one of the things that we're trying is
를 키웠을 때 어떻게 키워야
when users choose a certain character and when they build that character,
부분도 좀 많이
sometimes they wonder how should we actually use this character to its full potential.
Is man so
So to
nervous?
give
Me?
them a feel in trial mode
You talking about me, Mr.
with a
Cigarette?
certain set build and descendant
어떻게 세팅되어
will help a player's descendant
It's fucking hot as
see
fuck in here.
what it feels like within the game. So when they get this
Oh, the guy on the far right.
game experience, players will able to get an understanding of what it feels like to play with a certain descendant. So that's some of the updates that we are planning to continue. So even though if you don't really progress with a certain descendant for a long time, you'll still be able to get a feel of what it feels like.
Yeah, thank you for that opinion. Yeah, I see Raze and Seven has been waiting for a long time. Thank you for waiting, guys. Raze, could you give an extra opinion on this?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks so much for everything so far. So I've got two things that I was hoping to kind of ask, both for kind of the near future.
He British.
So, for example, the newer dungeons like Bastion
he
of
British.
Immortality, it feels great in terms of like how it plays. I love the
Here's a banner.
verticality
Yeah.
elements
It'd be cool.
to it. It feels like a very fun level to be grinding out. I mean, if we took,
But see, it's like the second I heard that dude, I would have been like,
the level
what
itself.
is it? The second I heard that dude and I said, "Oh, you're British," yeah, I'll probably get kicked
same
out like
with
instantly.
Legion Lab. Really enjoyed the boss
Wait,
fights
so?
at the
Yeah,
end with
we've been
the
on for
actual
about
elements of
2
the actual
hours.
enemies that get spawned.
Kinda cool.
Can we expect to see
They
more
introduced
elements like
Gambit
that
into
to
the
be
game.
expanded on in the future? And
What's it called?
some
They
kind of
showed
like
off the
fun element
transcendent
rather than just a
transcendent
just
weapons.
exists
They
within the
showed off
interface.
Ultimate Haley,
and the second
Raven,
point that I do have
and
is
also
in regards to Coliseum,
fuck,
which
what was the
is-
other one?
I know it's not until December. And
What was the
there's
other one that
probably
we
still
we
quite a
told
bit of
Sleepy
planning
and they
around
took
that.
Ultimate Haley
Is
away
there
from
any
it?
kind of consideration for removing pay-to-win elements out of that?
Yeah, they added
considering it is
Gambit.
It's going to have an element of PvP attached to it. So things like ancestor modules as well as transcendence weapons, giving some kind of unfair advantage to those that have deeper pockets compared to that of free-to-play players.
Yeah, great opinion.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
yeah.
So Raze gave two different opinions. Seven, I'm sorry.
I might have to go after the fucking live stream though, like after the dev live. I need to make a phone call. If that phone call ends up being what I think it is, then I'm gonna have to take off. If not, then I'll be able to
Raze
stay
gave two
on.
different opinions, and
Watching
the
Team
first
USA.
one,
I know.
Yeah, so
I think
we
Mr.
got
Cigarette
Great
just came back from that
Dungeons
too.
in TFD, Bastion of Immortality, the Legion Laboratory. The overall, we have very fun elements there. So, does the dev team have?
I wanted
plans
to watch it too.
expand on having such interesting elements and
You
not
can't
just
exactly
having
stream
a
the World
boss
Cup.
with like immunities. So that was the first one, and the second one. So, Coliseum A, yeah, that was announced today, but we didn't actually share a lot of details on this. It's coming in December, but yeah, I think not just Raze, but players may be concerned since it is. It has PvP. It's PvE versus VP, but still, you're going to face against other players. And once it's something PvP goes in, there's always the issue
That was a good
of
game?
pay to
Oh,
win. So I think that is a concern that
What was the
may
final
arise
score?
after we announced some content of season 4 today. So things like ancestors modules, and also something that's coming in season 4, which is transcendent weapons. That may also raise the sentiment of pay to win. So,
hell yeah, hell
I
yeah.
think, it would be great to hear your opinions on this.
네, 먼저 불멸의 보루.
Yes, first of all, about the Bastion of Immortality, thank you so much for your positive comments.
Dude, if they add like an
personally
autocraft feature, I'll be so
enjoy
fucking
this the
happy.
most in
It's
the
like set
Axiom
like one
infiltration
thing
operations.
to autocraft at all
Using
times
the
as long as you have the
elevator, level
material, dude.
gimmick, and the
Is
interactions.
that with the red card? Dude, they be
on the
benching like a
map
lot of the starters.
is something that I personally enjoy, and I think you also enjoyed it. And also, these kind of interactive elements will be expanded, and that's going to be our direction going forward.
네, 이 부분은 혹시 이 메가 던전.
So about these expansions.
Oh yeah, also they're
could
adding a
you
day one
briefly
raid
touch upon
race
it?
there, thing one.
About your plan to expand it into the mega dungeon as well as some other
네,
dungeons.
앞서서 준비하시는 동안 답변을 준비하시는
And while you prepare for the answer, let me first
The free
answer
stream
the
made it
second
look
question.
worse. Oh shit.
현재 이제 PVEVP가 도입된다.
Now PVEVP concept.
하고 계신 부분.
I see that you are a little bit concerned about it.
모듈로 인해
Due to the ancestor module, there are going to be gaps in the growth and performance amongst the descendants. So that might lead to unfair gameplay or disadvantage against some descendants. So it's not going to be a combat between descendants. So descendant can become a Colossus.
Mega team
and
getting
then-
sweats going.
So basically, it's a combat.
Yeah, if we
between
do that shit,
Colossus
it's
versus
that's just pure
Colossus.
meta. So nothing
And
but
the enemy
fucking
is
gun
going
and
to
S's
be
essentially.
Controlled by a player, and other players cannot perceive or perceive what's going to happen. It's going to add more
이 구조적인 부분에 대해서는 저희도
dynamism to the gameplay,
접근을 하고
and we are definitely taking this as a
말씀 주신 것처럼
taking this very carefully.
반영되느냐에 따라서
When it comes to the growth aspects,
재미가 달라질 거기 때문에
depending on your growth, your gameplay experience can be very different. We do
Yeah,
have
over
some time left
0.002.
until
Yeah,
we
exactly.
finish
But the thing is, like,
development,
you
so we'll
invade
take
as a
our
Colossus.
comments into our
So I'm
updates.
assuming there's gonna be
So
some like
going back to the
resistances
first
or
question,
something in place.
Let's address the leveling and our upcoming plans.
During meta, yes, for that you get.
앞서 말씀해
Right.
주신 것처럼
So as addressed before,
던전들에 대한
They never said how big the
긍정적으로
party size is
평가가
gonna be
나오는
either.
내용들은
the positive comments that we received regarding existing dungeons are
앞서 말씀드린
reflected into new versions as well. And in terms of adding new random vectors, is also part of efforts to
저희가 일단 목표로
hear your voices, to listen to your voices. Now, let me first
You
start
bust a
with
pick as the
the
Colossus like onslaught. Oh, that'd be dope
long-term
actually.
visions. We don't want to make it too simple. We want to make it a little difficult, challenging, but fun at the same time, exciting at the same time. So to make that happen,
추가 기믹들
we have some additional gimmicks,
소개를 해드리면
and I'd like to introduce you with some of the gimmicks that are going to be applied in the Mega Dungeon. The boss monster.
기믹을 쓸 때 플레이어들이
So boss monster's gimmick,
어떤 건지는 스포일러가
I'm not going to spoil it today.
그 부분을 잘 공략을 하면
Yo, listen to this.
조금 더 단순히 빠르게 깨진다를 넘어서
When you
전투에 유리하게 활용
apply the right gimmick, you will be able to get some buffs instead of just defeating the monster more easily. And it's not going to be applied just for the boss. During your progression to combat against a boss, these kind of new options will be added. So when there's a monster, you can strike a deal and then eliminate the bosses. That was the existing gameplay. And then we're going to add more dynamic factors. So you use various gimmicks around the area. For example, you hit certain object and drop it, and the monsters around the area can be eliminated very easily, wiped out easily. So those are the kind of gimmicks that we have in plan to add to make sure the gameplay is more exciting.
다양하게 넣을 예정입니다. 네, 제가
So I just have a lot to say. I think that's why I am speaking a little fast, but I will do my best to pace myself.
긍정적으로 평가를 해주시는
Anyways, so all the positive feedback that you are sharing with us, we do keep in mind when updating new content. So that's the core part. So thank you so much for your question.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, lots of good feedback from the dev team. Let's look forward to how they update in the future. And Seven, sorry to keep you waiting for so long. Could you give an opinion on this?
Yeah, no problem. I was I kind of want to rely on what Song of Race said about the ancestor mod, it being quite a topic in the community and a worry at the same time, because as we see today, like speedrunning and stuff is a thing in the game, a major thing in the game, and ancestor mod is taking a huge place, and I think it is kind of unfair for everyone, and it kind of frustrates people that can compete mechanically but cannot compete about the ancestor mods. So do you plan into like for the everything that implement like the ancestor mods, so the abyss bosses, the purge and everything like this, to remove the ancestor mod for the challenging part and keeping the ancestor mod for the farming part? For example, if we keep the HA vouchers, like letting people farming with HA vouchers with ancestor mod, but like removing from the part from the challenge.
You just want to remove ancestor mods, period. You talking about Raven? Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah, I just want to clarify one thing. So you said like removing from the challenge.
Like,
would it be like a difficult kind of content challenge?
No, the usability of it. Like I've seen that apparently, like the Abyss boss will have a completely other treatment. It will change.
They're not removing anything. Oh my god!
For people that want to compete for leaderboard, for the
what the fuck did you even get that from?
The kind of aspect it has, like not being able to use an ancestor mod. But if we want to, like, for example, farm ETA vouchers more efficiently, then we got like the normal, like such as.
But you came in hot with that fucking comment. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Most people use this version.
No, they're not removing anything.
And then we got
this dude is just saying that he
bring
doesn't want AM mods in
and
like the
after
higher
it is
tier
mostly
content.
For sweat players that want to compete on the leaderboard, you see. And so I think it would be good if like the leaderboard would
Basically
be
disable
maintained
the
for like the
challenge,
challenge,
yeah.
the challenge difficulty, but no ancestor mod involved. So like the players will be more competing about skill than the one having the better ancestor mod, kind of.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I think
that wouldn't be such a bad idea, but at the same time, I can see it.
Wait a bit, and then yeah, so I think this.
We'll see. I have to make a phone call. If that phone call goes good, then yeah, I can keep playing. If not, then I'm going to have to take off.
Players can, kind of compete in this challenge at a kind of fair boundary. So of course, the Ancestors mod is
take a minute.
Yeah. Have like super strong option Ancestors mod, you will have more advantage compared to.
I mean, it was okay. Like Void Erosion Purge challenge, like even without an ancestor mod, you're still able to clear that fairly easily.
And some players might agree with this. So, what is the dev team's opinion on this issue?
저희 의견을 말씀드리기 전에.
Well, before we
sounds like he ain't got no good mods.
I'd like to hear your point of view as well, the creator's point of view. Yes.
Say more cooperate. Oh shit.
Does anyone have?
I miss this guy's complaining that AM mods are a thing.
You don't have to raise your hands. You can feel free to.
Work, see you later soon. All right.
Go like this. Yeah, I'm seeing a hand from Alyssa. Thank you.
Oh no. Don't be a shit ass.
With ancestor mods, like Seven is saying, there is an incredibly big divide because obviously the god roll stats are like so powerful, and with the synchronization value being increased so much, it really
no shot he's talking about that, right?
Ridiculous amount of power to the descendants, right? So whether it comes to gameplay or whether it comes to market, because they can go for 10,000, 20, 30, 40.
He's the reason for the 10,000 markup.
I'm sure is another topic of controversy.
People even in the YouTube chat are saying it.
make a leaderboard with no ancestor mods and then a leaderboard with ancestor mods, because obviously speedrunning is a big
You're
part
the
of the
fucking
game.
reason it's
You
so fucking
implemented,
high.
Leaderboards for Wallcrasher, leaderboards for Purge and for Abyss and stuff like that. So this is another big part of it as well, because the power, it really is crazy, is the only word I can give you. Harris can one-shot the Wallcrasher. Bonnie can one-kick the Wallcrasher. She can one-kick
Bro
the
beta the
Pyramid
market
in
just so we could ask
Onslaught.
this question.
Wow.
Wow.
Reyna can one-mag all of the Abyss bosses. The power fantasy of it all is just like crazy, crazy strong. So I think that I agree with Seven heavily with making some changes to ancestor mods.
Great.
He is the literal reason there is a $10,000 markup on
more
some
hands
fucking
here,
ancestor mods.
low budget,
And
could you
he's
give an
saying that
opinion
this
on
is
this?
like, oh my god, and he's talking about the market?
Yes.
Are we dead ass?
I agree with Seven. Basically, as far as the farming is concerned, I don't have an issue with the ancestors mod. But the point about the leaderboard, I think he's really spot on with that one, because there is a huge difference. I normally tend to make simple builds that work for everyone, without the need of having a very powerful ancestors mod. So I think that part needs to be considered. And also, as I mentioned previously with the breach tracking, maybe make the ancestors mods easier to get so that people can get those very powerful mods by re-rolling or something. So a combination of both the things. But yeah, I agree with him. That's a great idea.
How about we make the cap for ancestor mods
Thank
on the
you,
market
and
500?
Let's move on to Sen. Could you add your opinions on this?
Yeah, I like the idea, but I
Even
think
1,000.
the core
1,000 would
with
be
the
like
ancestor
max,
mods
like god
is
roll.
How inaccessible it is to
Those
get
streamers to
those
disable or make
good
them easy.
ancestor mods. those
And
god
7
roll
is the
ancestor
one,
mods
and
that
then
people
I
are
think
using. So to
was
me,
it
that
low budget
that would
gaming
be
as
more
well.
of
I
the
think is the
core
ones that
issue.
wanted it gone.
Is that those are so inaccessible to such a wide amount of players. So seeing more things like the rings to roll better stats, maybe being able to lock a stat. And I know this is things you guys have been working on, but to me, that is the answer to the ancestor mod problems.
Yeah, the red rings would really fucking help.
Yeah. So let me organize this a bit. So the first part was about leaderboards. So if God roll these ancestors mods, they are super strong. They the player will probably rank higher in the leaderboard. So whether it would be possible to
Get 20
maybe
red rings.
have
Does it
like two different leaderboards, one with ancestors
put in those
mods
codes.
like on, and one with no ancestors mods. So that was one of the things that we were talking about.
That takes like
a bit.
5 minutes or
And the
less to eat.
second one was kind of an issue.
To do 20 fucking things takes 5 minutes? Excuse me?
So these
We're
God
playing the
roll
same game?
ancestors
The
mods
fuck?
being inaccessible to most players. So if you were to go to the market,
Praise the
like
red
Alyssa
ring.
said,
Oh my god.
they are like very expensive. So
They give out
most
codes? Yeah,
players
they give out
will
codes.
Have a hard time.
Micah,
getting
if
these
you
God
have the
roll
codes, can you
ancestors
post them in
mods.
the
So,
Discord?
yeah, kind of two different things that we can talk about. I think. Yeah.
5 minutes to run,
so
yeah.
I'd like to hear from the dev team as well.
네, 우선 크게 나눠 보면
So
삼각자의 획득 난이도.
No way we're
Starting
dumb
with
enough to
the
roll one mod
drops.
100 times.
why it's so
You
difficult to get
underestimate
it.
my dumbness.
And
두 가지의
fairness
이야기인 것 같습니다.
regarding the leaderboards. These are two topics that were mentioned.
More than 3? No, there's only 3. There's only 3.
리더보드가 실력이
So what you mentioned was that the leaderboard is not a fair playground.
라고
It's just something for descendants with the ancestors module. That's what you said, and I do see eye to eye. You don't have any other opinions. You might say like, "Hey, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
we're posting the DC then? Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
반대하시는 거예요?
Are you against their views? No, come on. It's just a joke.
의견이 있으시다고.
Do you have
Damn,
any,
he said
uh,
skill
raise
issue,
your hands?
dude.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
모여서 같이 얘기하는 자리잖아요.
Well, because
He
this is an
deadass
open
just
topic,
said skill issue.
we're not trying to
Holy
make it,
fuck.
뭐 의견 한번 좀.
too strict. I'd like to hear from Seven as well. You raised your hands. Can we hear from you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, okay. I want to mention this, like, for example, if
Oh,
I
he
take
wants to
my
fight back.
example, I won't do a leaderboard on a certain character if I don't have the ancestor mod for it. That's how I see it. For example, if I know that my mod won't be good enough, then I know that I'm too competitive for it. That's what a leaderboard is. So I will not do it until I be able to get the ancestor mod for it.
Oh my god, I'm reading the chat. This dude bought $500 worth of mods.
Really,
and he's still complaining.
Relying on the Ancestors mod itself is what I think he said.
Yeah, exactly.
네. 네, 이 부분은
Yes, about this topic.
오늘 지금 이 토론의 자리에서는 이 리더보드가 성각자 모듈이
AMOds are broken, that's the core issue. Oh shit.
Leaderboards become a competition between descendants who owns ancestor models, which is
Streamers are Bud Lights.
Unfair playground. However, ancestor model is part of the game, so if you farm really hard and
It still got skill issue, yeah.
Let's say that you are the descendant who has the ancestor models, and you need to have a leaderboard to compete with other players.
Yeah, exactly. This is like,
So
what's the
take
point of the
this into
ancestor
a
mods? You can't take them to the
I
hardest
believe there
difficulty
could be
challenges.
many, perspectives
Yeah,
regarding
usually I'm gonna
this
use my
topic.
overpowered ancestor mod and fucking 400%. The fuck?
So maybe dividing the leaderboards into two could be a great option. The one with the ancestor mods and without it. For instance, in certain content, we say, hey, no ancestor model challenge. So that's something
Buddy's
that we
wife
could
said it's not
consider
you, it's the
as
mods.
part of the solutions. Right. But there are people who worked on really hard to get the ancestor model, so we don't want to let them down.
궁극의 스펙 경쟁을 하는
So
Oh my god, that got me.
leaderboards for
They got me a little
God
too
role
good.
spec competition as well. So that's the
What
first
happened?
topic.
This dude's complaining
And
that
what
the
we
people
want
with
to
good
do next
ancestor
one.
mods are beating him. So he wants to get rid of
So the
ancestor mods.
Difficulty in acquiring the ancestor model.
Somebody in chat straight up told him, said that, was it his buddies, it was like, what, wait, hold on, can I find it? Can I find it? Oh shit, what the fuck?
Where you have
Oh
to
my
have
God.
this extreme model to clear
Buddy's
it.
wife,
So even
fuck,
if you
where'd
have
it go?
a normal
It's like something along
spec
like Buddy's
ancestor
wife
model,
said,
you can still clear
it's
all
not
the
you, it's the
missions.
mods.
That's our benchmark.
성각자 모듈을 얻었다면
But
Let's get
when
rid
you
of huge
have
part
a
of the game,
God role
exactly.
spec, you will be overpowered and farm the content more efficiently at a faster pace. So that's the basic principles that we have behind our design, and that
Fuck is
we're
part of
going
the
to
game.
stick
It
with that
really
principle.
is. Like, the
So we're
fuck?
not saying that having this model is a must, but this is more of a self-satisfaction, and it's something that would. It's something that's tied to a long-term goal. So given that it's tied to the play, the leaderboards.
Does everything been handed to him? It does, dude.
I think that's why you feel like it's.
It's like, if you
kind
feel
of
like you can't compete
makes
if you don't have a good
the
ancestor
players
mod,
leave
go
when
get a
they
better
don't have
ancestor
this
mod.
model.
You
So we
paid
don't wanna
$500
close
for
the
a fucking mod.
discussion, and leave it at it now.
How is that
We
not, like,
took your feedback
if it's not the best, why are you
to our
spending $500 on a fucking mod?
and we're gonna come back with
죄송합니다.
feedback. I'm sorry. Let me pace myself. I'm sorry. I think I rushed too much. So
That's dead ass
we'll
like
come
a
back
skill
with this
issue.
topic
Like, yeah,
later
I
on.
have shit luck.
Sure.
Like, I don't have any good ancestor mods. Yet we still got, like, what, number 2 on the fucking number 3 on the leaderboard?
Users
Even with
the
shitty ancestor mods? Like,
model,
dog, come on.
Without the model,
리더보드를
Top 5 and couldn't get
will
there.
come up with
Or remove AMs.
new
Yeah, exactly.
ideas to
Like, you
ensure a
see my
fair
ancestor mods,
competition
fucking, they
amongst
suck
all
ass.
players.
We still got number 3.
Other than this, the farming efficiency of ancestors modules, do we have any?
Got a head start, normal
Are
players
we
whipping.
reviewing anything?
성각자 모듈을 저희가 출시할 때
Never had a
When
problem
we
with the
released
game. I've
ancestor
enjoyed it
mods,
since it started. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
그 성각자 모듈을 얻기 위해 필요로
we thought that descendants
기간이 있었는데요. 그
would need a certain time to acquire the ancestor mods.
보유하고 있는 상황을 보면
But if we look at the numbers now, it's somewhere along the lines of what we predicted.
그것이 뭐 더 느리다, 빠르다
We can't say it's too slow or too fast than what we've predicted.
더 늘리거나
So within the game, we won't increase supply or
고려는 하고는 있진 않고요.
I don't think we'll make
Lock
changes
stats
on
on
this
ancestor mod rolls. That's not a bad idea.
to overcome
At the
weak
same time,
points
though,
that
we
were
kind of just like
mentioned
make
during
it like
events.
How much
will
resources
help
can you throw at the damn thing?
players get more better grade ancestor mods or alignment devices or through other events, will make sure that your readjustment cost decreases. And make sure that we balance the difficulties that in terms of item acquisition.
근데 그러면 앞에 힘들게 얻으신 분들은 좀 이게 뭐야? 하지 않을까요?
But for the players who went through a hard time to really get these mods, wouldn't they feel bad because they put a lot of effort into it?
That wouldn't be bad either.
Increasing the drop mode or tweaking the supply rate.
성각자 모듈의 데이터 시세와
There'd probably be a limit though of like what you could upgrade.
Price and how much the players are actually using this, or what kind of options that our players have. We need to look into the numbers, and through an event, we'll temporarily tweak the supply.
Make the translator a playable character. No.
Yeah, thank you.
What's with this community and secretaries?
Another hand raised by Sten. Yeah, feel free to give any opinions related to.
You gotta play Elden Ring, asking a nerf tree sentinel. Oh
not
my
so
god.
much about the ancestor mods, but I guess the upcoming ancestor weapons. Can we look forward to a better rate of getting better rolls on these weapons as compared as to what we get on ancestor mods currently?
Ooh.
So transcendent weapons is that right?
Must be more lenient on the perk drops.
I think so. Yeah. So I think he was meaning transcendent weapons. If it's getting new rolls and those stuff, yeah, that was also, we saw a lot of opinions on that when we announced transcendent weapons. So yeah, I think they are curious since it's
Also, can
gonna
we
be
core
another
the transcendent
content that they'll
weapons?
have to roll for real
They didn't say
powerful
that, did
transcendent
they?
weapons. So yeah, I'd like to hear the opinion from the dev team on this.
네, 이거는 다른 분들은 답변을 해도 되나 막.
I think everyone's kind of hesitant to give an answer, but so I'll give you the answer.
So the way it's gonna work is you can
For
get transcendent
ancestor
weapons
mods,
pretty much anywhere in the game. But the lower the content, the shittier the gun's
weekly
gonna be.
farming, we put
The
it in
higher the
as a
con, the
weekly
more
task.
difficult the content, the better quality of the weapon's
So-
gonna be.
저희가
If that makes
기대했던
sense.
것보다
Compared to what we expected,
실제
the players' actual patterns,
파밍하시고
And then like each
they
time you get the
farm as a
weapon, like
daily
it's gonna be
work,
randomly
like a
rolled
homework,
of like
and then,
which perk is
players
better.
don't farm it all after that.
성각자 모듈은
And for ancestor mods,
구성이 되었습니다.
it's
파밍에서
reroll materials. You farm reroll materials.
숙제에서 얻은
You do your weekly mission,
성각자 모듈을
and
재조정하는 거죠.
you readjust the ancestor mods for your descendants, and that's the pattern.
So essentially, you want to do like the hardest difficulty content,
rather than
and then just keep farming that till you get like all the
players to
variants
farm.
of the
For
perks you
high
want.
efficiency farming content, through that gameplay,
무기를 계속 드롭을 파밍을 하고
you can
원하는
get more drops of transcendent weapons and enjoy transcendent
So tier
effects.
3 grind.
That's the kind
We'll
of
see. We'll see.
structure we're drawing. So
All this comes out
rather than
August 20th, by the way.
Ancestor modes. In terms of efficiency, I think transcendent weapons would be a bit better.
그리고
you.
그럼에도 불구하고 아까도 질문이 나왔는데
But still, I think we had a question about this when we went over transcendent weapons. I think this was on our live chats. Is there a reroll? That was one of the questions. It is limited, but there will be rerolls.
Pause off work.
충분히 답변이 됐는지
I hope this answers
And I'm already
your
putting
question.
PTO in September for Ultimate Haley.
Yeah. So yeah,
You have a
it's
bunch of
been a
vacation.
while
Oh shit,
since
dude!
we,
Was it when that
talked
new
about
Mega
game
Dungeon comes
content,
out?
and I'm not
Gotta do that
seeing
shit.
any hands right now. So as I explained at the beginning, the next content is also something interesting, which is going to be Descendants. So, but before we move on, does anyone have anything to add on game content? You can raise your hands. And currently, okay, yeah, I think so.
Oh, he raised his hand quick.
Let's hear it before moving on.
What do you guys think about since you're introducing a PvP mode with the new coming content in season 4, what about a PvP mode that
They didn't
involves
say
us
anything about
racing
playing
hover
enemies yet.
bikes on a track?
Ooh,
Like
He's
a
talking about
mode,
racing.
you're saying.
Talk about racing.
Yes, yeah, like a hover bike racing mode.
Yeah, kind of. I think that's kind of like a part of a new mode. So, what's your opinion on that? It sounds fun. Oh yeah, let's also.
Sounds like
hear
they're
from
hiding
Seven
shit
as
when he
well.
asked that question.
Since like yeah, we are talking about a PvEVP at the end of the year normally, like as mentioned in the roadmap. Do you have any plan that has been a topic in the game since like a while now to implement guild, group, clan, stuff like this?
One down. SRL.
Like a guild kind of content. Also, yeah, it is content, and it's all related to. I think so. Like a variety of content. Is it going to be coming in TFD? So.
네. 네, 지금 이제 앞에서 레이싱. 네.
Right, first on racing,
PVEVP처럼 레이싱.
like PvEVP,
호버바이크를 이용한.
would it be possible to be there? Would it possible to have a competition on our hover bike,
저희 내부에도 이런
a racing mode?
검토되고
Internally,
만들어지기도.
we actually had a test bed on this mode. We did
I
talk
fucking
about
knew
this
they were hiding
internally.
shit.
말씀 주세요.
I knew they were
let me
already
just
planning
give
this
you
shit. The second you
my
asked that
brief
question, they
opinion.
got all skinny.
Internally, we did talk about racing mode,
테스트를 해본 적이 있습니다.
and we actually did some testing on it.
현재의 호버바이크가
But currently, the hover bike that we have,
레이싱 게임
compared to other racing games,
충분한 경험을 줄 수
I don't think we have that much experience to live up to the standards of other games in the market. So that's why it's just at an brainstorming idea level at this point. When we can revamp our hover bikes in the future, I think we'll come back to that idea.
So there's gonna be a hover bike rework here in the future.
그렇게 얘기했죠. 전투나 잘 만들어.
Well, some people did say you guys should just focus on battlefields. Well, internally at least, that's what we said. Just focus on battle.
You say
Let's do
PvP
what
mode?
we
What do
do
you
best.
mean?
네.
Looking forward to it. Hell yeah.
그다음은 이제 PVEVP.
Now moving on, PvEVP. You mentioned builds, guilds.
지금 당장 뭐 확정하기는 어려운.
I can't give you a set answer at this moment
신중한 부분이고.
because it needs a lot of discussions and a lot of thought. Because even if we make a build even if we make guilds right now, I don't think it'll be well operated at this moment.
What do you mean? People have been asking that. Just make us feel like we're part of a group.
But when we have PvEVP, it's a 3x3 team play.
팀 나와 같이 플레이할
It's a 3v3 for Gambit? What the
For
fuck?
team members.
그래서 길드를 얘기했어요.
For your 3-member team, it's important to look for your party members. I think that's why you brought up guild. So to implement that, we are thinking of a party forming system so that you can find party members that's more
To make it
suitable
good, right? Yeah.
for you. So making a team and make this PvEVP experience more
Game and TV,
enjoyable.
no. Oh shit.
We're trying to just make that system
Gangs and TFT.
more up to date and more enjoyable for our players.
Gonna hear all right.
Hands up from 7. Yeah,
That makes
let's hear
sense.
from you.
Shit, they're not doing PvP. And the Gambit mode is like we
So,
get to
yeah,
fight as a
I've been,
Colossus.
like,
So like we'll be able to
mentioning, like,
take
some people
control
mentioned me,
as a
like,
Colossus and fight
in the community mentioned
Descendants.
me about the guild, etc. And I've seen like different things going here and there in different multiple games. And like about the guild, it's not necessarily about having
Probably worst group of
specifically
streamers bring up
PvP,
questions. Yeah, because they all seem like they just don't want to be there.
PvP specifically for having a guild.
Sen of Aids is
having
actually
quests to do,
asking some pretty good
as
questions.
a group. And then why not implementing a leaderboard from the clan that does the more quests, the more dailies, the more like.
This guy
that
just
is
seems
the
like he
more,
just wants to
like,
complain about everything because he
doing
can't do like a lot of
everything,
the
every
stuff.
mission possible in the game. And like
This is the
collect
guy that
points and
said
stuff
take
like this,
AMs
making,
out of the leaderboard.
Guild and like people connect.
Even though he
more
spent like
to each
$500
other,
on an AM.
Because I feel like in the game there is like the public matches, but there is not much that connect player between each other.
Yes. So I think it's mostly kind of like a social element. That's kind of what you mentioned. So maybe the guild
Based on
isn't like
popularity,
totally
yeah.
focused on competitive content, but you know, in most games you go into a guild, you can party with other players to participate in dailies, maybe go to onslaught mode, those
Not
kind
making
of
the
stuff.
game
So
anymore.
I
Can't hear
think
much. They already are. It's called
so
Coliseum.
what's your opinion on this? I think yeah, it's if players had such a
Guess
content,
ain't
it
okay
could
for
be
real.
also good for
That'd be
new
awesome.
and returning players as well of having.
I be talking about like the most random ass shit though. I be going on tangents on that bitch. Plus, I cuss too much, so they probably don't like that.
이게 이제
I need to get into creator program first to even attempt to
Not
be
just
even try to
solely
get on this shit.
focusing on competition, but
More than knowledgeable than
content
these guys. Yeah,
that
well, these
allows
guys is
players
like
to
they quit the
cooperate.
game apparently. It's like what the comments are saying.
That kind of guild system or
When it will be
group
released?
content,
Episode
I agree
2 of
with
season 4, I think.
your
I have the roadmap.
the
I'll post it here in
direction,
the Discord
overall
here
direction of
after we're done.
allowing players to co-op. But in order to make a party play system that we
These
think
streamers should be
ideal
ashamed.
is a
Oh my
content where it's more convenient and more quick for party playing and creating this kind of environment and making all the descendants useful. We call them quote jobs, like making all our descendants useful. And diversifying contents.
You're not
based on these
diversifying
priorities, I
them
think
if
is
you
our
give every single
utmost
one of them a
priority.
fucking
Now,
weapon
at this
build.
current state, even if we have a guild system or a clan system, I don't think the issues that we have at the top of our list won't be solved. So first, we want to focus on improving our gameplay environment, and then later on adding new content or new
Dog,
systems
Destiny
like the
didn't have
guild
anything for
would be
clans
our
either, dog. It was just a fucking name that you put at the bottom of your, it was just like a group name that you put under your actual name.
To elaborate,
Clans and Destiny didn't
what
do shit
you've
for you.
recommended, I very well understand where you're coming from.
길드라고 하는 어떤 단일한 시스템을 얘기하신 게 아니라 이걸
They added the clan tag and then the group name under your name. That's all they fucking
You
did.
also want additional content that make the
Minus the
guild system
banner
more
perks that did like absolutely
enjoyable.
almost fucking nothing.
저희들 이제 저희들이 의도하고 있는 개발 로드맵상
But for our development roadmap,
일주일 내에 할 일은 아닌 것 같다.
I think it's an issue that we have to think for a long run. It's gonna be a very
All you
we're
need to
gonna
just
need
give
a
us the
long
ability
time
to
to
make a
actually
group,
achieve that,
give
because
us a group
it's one of
chat,
our long-term
and then we're
issues.
chilling.
Yeah, thank you.
That's all you need to do, and then you can implement more shit for the clans
There
later.
aren't more opinions related to game content. But you know, as I said, we have a parking board. If we're talking about something else and you suddenly want to talk about game content, you can pop it up. We'll discuss it after discussing other topics that we have that are planned. So, yeah, I think
If the
for
gang's
now,
proximity
let's
chat,
move on
oh my
to
god, I could just
another
imagine.
important topic, which is descendants. Yeah, so I'm sure many of you are curious about descendant balance. So yeah, this is a great opportunity to talk about that. And
와 손을 막
oh,
드셨어 지금.
yes, we already have 4 players. Yeah.
Oh wow, we have 4 players. Oh wow, 5 creators raising their hands. Oh no.
Probably join later.
We're gonna be very busy today.
털릴 준비를 하셔야 되겠다.
Okay, brace yourselves, everyone.
only imagine
It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
What
Separated, but
bullshit
we
is about to be said right
kind
now.
of plan like, you know, descendants first, then moving on to weapons, and then kind of talk about modules. But I don't think, you know, balance can be totally separated. So if you want to, you know, talk a bit more about weapons, I'll kind of consider that as well. So yeah, since we have so many opinions, let's start with you, Alyssa. Yeah, let's talk about descendants.
Okay, hello. So with Descendants, I remember last year, you mentioned that Ines is the baseline for the skill dealing Descendants, and Serena was the baseline for the firearm Descendants. Is that still the case? Is Serena and Ines still the baseline? And if they are, what is the team's philosophy when reworking Descendants? Because when Ines got reworked, she was very, very strong, overtuned almost. And Bunny has followed in this exact same footsteps. When it comes to buffs or change to male Descendants, like Keelan, for example, he got pretty much nothing.
He got a
compared to
toe
Ines,
ability,
who
that's all he
her
got.
Already existing red modules, her base kit buffed, and 2 new red mods to complement this. So, what do you use for your guideline when it comes to assessing how capable descendants are? For example, do you test them in Onslaught? Do you test them in regular Axion dungeons? And what dictates whether a descendant just needs a small change or whether it needs a full-on rework?
Yeah, Alyssa kind of
네.
Why the
pretty
buffer?
cool, question because so let me organize this. So the base skill kind of descendant we said was Inez, and for firearms it was Serena, the baseline. So Alyssa was curious about what was the philosophy when we are reworking descendants, because recently Inez and Bunny, they were quite overtuned when they received balance patches, but for like male descendants, Keelan, he didn't have a lot of patches. So what do we use as guidelines when we make balance?
Did they say
patches for
Keelan was getting a
descendants?
rework?
And
No, they didn't,
I think
right?
this
They
is
just said he's
something
getting 2 new
a
red
lot of
mods. That's all they
creators,
did for
everyone
him.
is curious about.
They didn't
So
do a
let's
rework
hear
on him.
our opinions from the dev team.
네, 요거는
Yeah, they didn't do a
이제,
rework on him.
좀
They just gave him 2
Alright,
new
so
mods. That's it.
내용들이 많이 들어가니까
It's got a
The fuck is
lot
he
of
talking about?
details.
팀에
So
직접
I will
질문을 한번 넘겨볼게요.
let the dev team to answer the questions first. So what are the benchmarks? How do you evaluate the current balance and we decide to change them?
복합적으로 평가를 하게 되는데요.
So we do a full round assessment. So we look at the dungeon clear time as our benchmark
두 번째로는 그 계승자들의 이용률을
and the usage rate of descendants.
Okay, dungeon clear time is kind of like a skill issue.
We look at
I'll be real with
these
you.
two metrics
대략
when
4개월 정도
planning for a rework or updates, and it takes about 4 months
이
for us to
타이밍이
work on these
계승자를 왜
things.
리워크를 하냐?
So you might wonder, hey, why are you reworking on this descendant at this time?
항상 저희가
But what I wanted to tell you is,
계승식이 안 좋아라고 해서
even if this descendant is not great at this month,
쉽지는 않은 일이라
reversing it
이 부분에
the next month isn't something that we can really push forward with.
네, 조금 저 의견에
All right, so I'd like to add on to that.
상위 던전 중심으로
So for high
비교하고
uh,
있었는데
level dungeons, we have been looking at the clear time of these high level dungeons, and we are also looking at the onslaught mode.
포함을 하고 계시고
So
Okay,
when it comes to
onslaught mode's not
evaluation, we look at
really.
the clear time of high level dungeons and onslaught mode.
Onslaught
And when it
mode's
comes
not
to
really a good
improving the skills of descendants,
measure.
you ask about the improvement cycle.
Because
So
it's
we
like
have
you
been
need a
making
fuck ton of like
updates on a
weapon
monthly
damage in that
basis.
bitch. So it's
And
just like
in
a pure
season
skill
4,
dealer is not gonna have a good
instead
time
of
in there.
making monthly updates. Of course, we will update the skills, but we will focus our efforts more on the balancing.
Is that why they're giving everybody a fucking gun build? Is because they're using onslaught?
Adding buff to the skill updated descendants is something that we're going to focus more on. So when we only update the skills,
기간이 그러니까
That makes so much fucking sense
I mean,
now.
we mentioned that the update cycle is 4 months.
That's why they're giving
but
everybody
when
a
we
fucking
shift,
gun build is because they're
our
using onslaught
direction,
as
it's
the
going to
base.
allow us to
And onslaught has
keep
a
the
fuck ton
cycle
of
shorter.
gun shields.
간격은 좀 맞춰가지고
That would hopefully reduce the gaps amongst the descendants.
Yeah, onslaught and weapon modules. Yeah, what the
And
fuck?
speaking of
There's so
this,
many weapon mods in
topic,
onslaught.
말씀하신 이야기
There was this point where
Is
you
that what they're
brought
basing
up
their
that
shit
really,
off? I'm
caught my
pissed now. What the
eyes.
fuck, dude?
So Inez and Serena are the strong players.
이 질문을 주셨고
And do we believe this principle still sticks?
튜닝됐다고 생각하는데
And you see that Inez was overtuned, and how are we going to approach the buff
전체적인
of Inez going forward? So I believe this question is mostly
Okay, it is.
more about our future direction.
They said
about
that she summons
rebalancing
crows to
the
fight with her.
descendants. So
We don't know yet. We don't know yet, Micah.
evaluating the clear time and efficiency.
We just know what her
it's
kit
all
does.
based on DPS. So
But we don't know the element.
how fast can you clear the content and what's the damage you deal with?
있다라고 평가하고
So
있습니다.
because we look at DPS as our core metric, I think it kind of puts a limit to our perspective.
더 좋아지거나
So
아니면 덜 좋거나.
Either
It
the
better
new
be
design needs to be
non-attribute.
better in terms of DPS than the current. The current
Yeah, it sounds like a
design,
non-attribute.
or it's weaker in terms of DPS. So when you feel like, hey, this is overtuned,
She's
or
a
undertuned,
weapon-based
these
character
guys
that
needs to be
her
back
shtick
at
is
the beginning
shotguns.
because we're
So
only
the more
looking at
pellets
DPS.
the shotgun
So I
has,
think
the more
we should,
damage she does.
Have
And then she also summons like a murder of crows to fight alongside her as well, is what they say.
In terms of defeating Colossus, and Inez is the fastest in terms of, say, something else. So different descendants.
The
should
Hammer and
have
Anvil. But the thing
different,
is, like, once you do
skills
Hammer
or
and Anvil into the
strengths
alternate mode
and
where it does the
different
air
contexts.
burst,
So
it
we
only
need
counts
to
as one pellet.
diversify the
So that's what like I'm
strengths
wondering. It's
of
just like,
these
is that gonna count
descendants
its base
to make
pellet
the
spread, or is it
gameplay
gonna
more
count as
engaging
alternate
and
fire?
exciting. And that's the kind of direction that we're
Because you only
going
get the
to
one
push
shot when it's
forward
the air
for.
burst, and then
going
it
on,
bursts, and then
and,
it shoots out all the things.
Our dev team will give us more details.
Because if it's
about
going
this.
by pure pellets and fire rate, dude, Executor's gonna be that's gonna be her thing.
So
But then I did see a transcendent
I'd like
weapon that looked like
to
the exact weapon she was holding in her concept art. So I'm
give
assuming that's probably gonna be the
diverse
best one
roles
for her.
to
이 부분이 지금까지의
a wide range of descendants.
내용들이 하나 그 DPS
When we look back,
로만 대부분이 이루어져.
most of the descendants were evaluated based on DPS. So we're not saying that that's going to be changed overnight.
준비하긴 어려운 게
It's very challenging for us to come up with a
장기적으로
lot of content to change this whole direction in a very short period of time. But we are preparing new content that would cater to your needs.
태스크의 목표나
We'll give you the purpose of the task, diversify gimmicks, and
패턴이나 요소들
we'll also add more
Times
exciting
donuts,
patterns
yeah.
to the bosses.
Also,
and
get your
whatnot,
executors, your
so that
smitherines, and all the other
having the highest
shotguns
DPS
leveled up as well.
alone shouldn't be
Because we never know.
Evaluate.
We never
the
know what's gonna be the
descendants.
next one.
So when you look at the descendants, hey, I like this about this descendants. For instance,
Thank you, Tom.
compared to other descendants, I have high HP and I optimize my build for this.
You grind more than
so
me
in this
too.
setting, well, this descendant can be stronger in against certain bosses. For example,
저희가 지금 내부적으로 계획하고 테스트하고 있는 새로운 전투 타입
assassination
타입들을 만들고
and
그 전투
the new ideas that we're coming up with these days.
이를 위한
It will give you a definitely different experience,
Passive
gameplay
dungeon.
experience.
Yeah, well, like I
You will
said
have
though,
to
it's like
meet
that one
different
transcendent
descendants with
shotgun that
different
they showed
missions and
off
different
looked
dungeons
like the
and
exact
different
one she was
contents.
holding in her concept art.
So
So I
think
wouldn't
they
be
will
surprised if
definitely
they
add
made that
diversity
shotgun
to the
specifically for
descendant
her.
characteristics. So in the long term, we do believe that different descendants all the descendants need to be utilized in various ways.
시즌4 이후
So
컨텐츠에
that's going to be
체감을 하실 수 있도록
something that you would really feel after the season 4 drops.
그리고 한 가지 또 질문하신 거.
And another question that we haven't addressed yet. The male descendant
리워크를 했지만
Oh,
이네집이
shit.
was reworked and still weaker than Inez. What are our plans?
짧게
They're taking too
So
long
let's
on these
briefly answer
questions.
this question.
We're gonna be here all fucking night at this
일단
point.
이번 7월에 업데이트되는
Yeah, so we have an update for
Gonna
Blair
grind high level
in
content next season.
July.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it was so we have 2 weeks to prepare for
And I
that
hope
for
that
that
should satisfy you, in
was it
terms
day
of buffing
1.
our male descendants.
저 질문 하나 해도 돼요?
Can I ask you another question, please?
아까 수치 그러니까 리워크 말고
So
수치 조절로
you mentioned about
하겠다.
modifier and buffing
계획하고
the
있는 계승자 있나요?
descendants. Do you have any specific descendant in mind?
이제
이-
있나요?
이-
팀통
Let's ask the dev team.
있어요. 짧고 간단하게.
Make it simple and quick, please.
Damn, they're just throwing them under the
So
bus.
we have a rework for Blair in July, and in August, when season 4 begins, we have Callie and Kilgore as our next descendant to work on to modify their sets.
Ooh.
저기 한 가지 지인의 의견 드리면
Uh,
이 하고 싶은 얘기가
Why these dev
많다 보니까
I
vibes
know
take
you have a
forever?
lot
Yeah.
you want to
그리고 이제
talk about, and that's why the answers of the dev team is getting longer.
가급적이면
But we know that we have a lot of questions that we need to answer from the creators. So
Did you
let's
say
try to make our
Keelan
answers quick
and
and
somebody
short,
else?
and listen more from our creators. You know, it's very difficult to have them in place.
Yeah, thank you, producer. That is right. It's really difficult to have all of us here, right here at this spot. So, yeah, I'm really sorry to keep you guys waiting, but we are going to go into every one of you. So let's start with low budget. Please add your opinions on Descendants.
Alyssa already covered, I think, the most important point, and the director and the team have also.
Okay, I'm gonna need to make this
covered the
phone
DPS
call
side
right
of it.
now,
I'll
so
not
I'm gonna
waste
leave this
time.
playing,
What I
but I
want to
shall
say is
be
overall,
back.
I think the Descendants are in a good spot as long as everybody keeps getting reworked and improved to a decent standard. The new Descendants, I think, are the most exciting part of the game. So whenever we get a new Descendant being released, people are looking forward to that. So I think that needs to continue as we are seeing with the new Descendant and the Ultimate. Besides that, again, I've already covered this, but more interactions with the Descendants. So maybe some smaller quests that are not necessarily separate story missions. We can also have things like more voice lines. So when they are in the missions, we hear about their past missions or stories and things like that without actually having like new things. So yeah, basically just adding more interaction, because whenever we play a game like TFT, the TFT Descendants, I think, are some of the best characters with the best personalities. And this is something that hooks people when they play the game. Somebody likes Bunny, somebody likes Freyna or something. So I think this is something that needs to be built on further. Maybe another thing you may have heard a lot, I see this in the comments quite a lot, is more idle animations, more sort of personal touches that separate the Descendants. Things like that, more lore in the Albion. Maybe you hear about the Descendants achievements, or some Descendant did something special, like a small bulletin board in the Albion area or something, just to sort of, attach the players playing the game to the Descendants, because I think that is the main thing that people play the game for.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Yeah, so our producer said, let's all hear various opinions, and let's go to 7.
Yeah, I want to bring something about the Descendants, and it is the Descendant Identity Kit. When you design a Descendant, like basically some people would play certain Descendant because of their kit. For example, all people know that I play Glaive mostly because I like gunning. A lot of people do. Some people was playing 80 because of like the sniping effect, like the way the kit is. Right now, there is like multiple aspects that takes away every identities of Descendants, such as the last rework of Descendants, which make every Descendant being able to be a Gunner Descendant. And we can even see that they are better Gunner than Gunner Descendant. On top of that, we have like certain trigger modules that completely erase the kit of the Descendant. And like, we feel more playing like trigger modes than the Descendant kit itself.
Thank you, 7. 예, 아리아누님 오래 기다려주셔서 감사합니다.
Thank you, Ariane, for waiting so long. Let's hear from you whenever you're ready.
네, 의견은 총 3가지.
So I have 3
먼저 매달
questions.
리밸런스를 해주셔서
First,
감사드리고요.
thank you so much for monthly rebalance. I'd like to see this continue.
그때만 리밸런스가 진행될 때마다
So whenever there's a rebalance,
상향되는 게 너무
I feel like the skill, the modifying stats, modifying skills is being too repetitive.
업데이트가 된 해당 계승자만
So the Descendant, with that update,
이거를 스킬 개수
is being used more often after the update.
조정하는 게 아니라
So I think rather than just focusing on skill modifying,
외장 부품의 기본 레벨
maybe we should start touching the level of reactors
100레벨에서 120
and other equipments as well. For example, do you have a plan to increase the level from say 100 to even higher level? Because when we look at the stats,
능력치가 올라
when you increase a level, the base skill increases, and I think that's a better direction.
메커니즘이 바뀔 때
So whenever the mechanics change, that's what really makes it fun. Especially Bunny's kicking, that was so much fun. So I was hoping you could take this into consideration. So do you have any plan for leveling up?
두 번째는 빌드가
And then for build, whenever there's a rebalance in build, we're seeing two changes. So additional damage to the firearms and unlimited reload.
스킬 데미지 빌드 이렇게 두 가지.
And I feel like these are a little too dull. We're seeing such repetitive pattern, which is a bit hurting the distinct characteristics of our descendants. And the third question is
동기화 수치입니다.
sync stats.
복귀자분들이 항상 얘기하시는 게
So the synchronization value,
수치는 내려가면서
when the character improves, the synchronization value goes down. You know, I pay 100,000, 200,000, want to buy some things, and then after a patch, my
되게 실망을 많이 하시는
ancestor model it becomes like almost like a trash. So
있는지도 궁금.
I have a question about your plan regarding the synchronization value.
네, 감사합니다. 아리아느님 좋은 의견들 정리해서 조금 이따.
Thank you so much for your questions. We'll come back to you later.
Waiting for so long. Let's please give an opinion related to Descendants.
Yeah, thanks. I think most of the other creators have covered a lot of what I wanted to kind of talk about, but the main kind of point is definitely the difference between the males and the females when it comes to how to put it, kind of favoritism is probably the best way to say it. For example, with Ultimate SMO being released, we saw that the unification of his skill types was not there. He still had access to tech and fusion inside of one build, whereas, for example, with Inez and Valby that got reworked, all of theirs got kind of like unified across the board, was either into singular, into tech, into fusion, all that kind of thing. So why is Ultimate SMO kind of being hindered when it comes to his bomb selection for his skill 1 and his skill 4, especially inside of Mad Bomber? Why is he suffering compared to the others with that kind of thing? There's definitely a difference. There's definitely a skill gap between the two choices and the two sexes when it comes to this game. I just wondered, is there going to be a view to be able to unify the skill types across the board to be able to make him just purely tech, purely fusion, etc., etc.?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we had a lot of opinions. So let me begin with the opinion from, I think, Low Budget. Low Budget 님이 주셨던 것 같은데. So first one, Descendants should have a bit more kind of maybe like voice lines and maybe more story into them. So overall, more interaction with our Descendants, since we spend a lot of time with our Descendants. It would be kind of better to get to know them, their personality, and also something that pops up a lot is idle animations to have them. So overall, increase the lore is something given by the Low Budget. And Seven gave an opinion related to so like the overall identity of our Descendants. So let's say Glay. Seven enjoys Glay. Glay kind of is a gun descendant. She is very capable of using guns. And for Haley, it was sniping. Haley's a sniper. But the recent balance patches kind of took their identity away. So like
I know you're worried about me. I'm so sorry.
Is kind of now becoming a gunner. So yeah, if would he wanted to hear if taking away this identity is something that the dev team has some opinions on. And from our Korean creator Ariane, so the first one is kind of related to the balance.
Identity.
So
oh shit!
most of
a
our
lot of yapping.
Monthly balances have been focused on increasing the overall skill values, but so the main character of like each monthly balance was kind of limited to the descendant that got the buff. So
oh, we're still on the
instead,
fucking
Ariana kind of asked if we
the
could kind of like
character that got
level
the
up
rework
the
is the one that gets
descendants
plays
since
the
their
most
basic
conversation.
stats
We're still on
rise if
that?
there
Are you serious?
was a leveling. And since we kind of
No.
whenever
He
there
spent
is a balance match,
$1,000
we
on
enjoy like changes to
modules?
mechanisms like bunny,
No
like the
shot,
bunny
dude.
kick that was recently added was quite interesting.
Yo, I could
So,
pay off so many
leveling up
bills with
could
that
be
shit.
one of the things that we can think about. And the second one was now we only have descendants that receive balance patches. They're kind of like limited to 2 builds, so like infinite reloading and one using like very powerful skills. So skill
Saying they're useless as their patches.
reloading, that
Excuse
is
me?
kind of the thing, and that's kind of linked to what 7
No
talked
one
about, the
told
identity
you
part, so
to spend
it's kind of all
$1,000
the same
fucking
for the
dollars on a
descendants. That was
module.
kind of his opinion. The last one was, of course, related to synchronization value. So since we touch synchronization value whenever we're doing balance patches, this kind of affects like the ancestors modules. If a player spent a lot of money on a specific ancestors module and they
Yeah,
can't
on an
play it,
AM.
it brings a lot of pity for them. So yeah, this is something also to think about. And
No,
finally,
I
raise,
no,
think
like
the
that should
main
not be a
opinion for
developer
Raise is
issue.
probably the difference
People
in
spending
male and
$1,000 on a
female
module
descendants.
should not be
So
a developer
Ultimate
issue.
SMO is
That sounds like you're
its
just
performance is
shit
kind
with your
of,
money.
lacking compared to Inez, and the changes came to Valby. So
That's like, was it
yeah,
a fucking gambling addict going to the
things to
casino
think
saying,
about
"Hey,
in
I
long,
spent way too much money in your shit."
response. But yeah, I want to hear from the dev team on what they think about these issues.
They don't have
답변하시기 전에 제가 또 의사 진행
any type of that.
Well, before we dive into the answers, let me just add something.
That kind of annoyed me.
Just for interpretation, maybe Jason could slow down a bit for us. We just need to process everything.
굴하지 않고 저도 질문을 하나 얹어보겠습니다.
I just wanted to add a question
어떻게 할 건지
as well. What are you going to do with Luna?
예, 시간 끄는 동안 답변 충분히 생각하시고.
So many people, Luna.
Okay, while I take up
So
some
many
time,
people asking about
please
Luna.
develop your answers.
네, 일단 질문 자체가 지금 어렵고요.
I think the questions are difficult, and there are many questions. So please give us the most simplest answer you have.
아니,
Please make it short and sweet, as much as possible.
통역이 잘 되게 말이 빨라지고 말이 길어져도
I spent money
Okay, so
and it was
just
a
bear
waste, so I
with
needed
me,
this.
even if
Yeah,
I
exactly. That should not be a
Just
developer
say
issue,
too much
like
stuff
at all.
at a quick pace.
네,
People just want Luna to be overpowered.
네.
They just want her to look at something and things die.
네. 일단은 앞에서부터
Right, so starting from the first questions,
Got some toenails.
in terms of story immersion or interaction among descendants,
Now that you said that comment, if they do say that shit,
within
you
the
need to do a fucking like little photo
we
collage of just nothing but
want
Luna's feet. If they
players
do
to
that
be
shit,
really immersed in the
as a
descendants.
punishment for speaking that into existence.
And that's the kind of improvements our players want to see as well. We are
If you
very
get about
open
the
to
Defiler
this.
incident,
So
oh, yeah.
for idle motions or
If you spoke that
There
into
were other ideas that
existence,
were
I think that's a
mentioned.
regional. I think that's a regional punishment right
we
there.
are very open to these ideas. We want to melt this into TFD. So far, we focused on stories on descendants. We are preparing.
Or if I hear
VSS
anything
story.
about it, I'll tag you in the Discord. It's like, yo,
Yes, VSS
comment.
stories will be
what
updated
you've
within
done.
this year.
그래서 이 부분은 게임 내 요소들을 계속
So
조화를 좀.
we will enhance and strengthen our game elements.
네, 그다음에 이제 본격적으로 밸런스와 여러 가지
And moving on to balance and other issues.
리밸런스를 통해서
Now, through rebalancing, our descendants' distinct characteristics.
Yeah, can
are
they show,
becoming
like, a
weak.
concept
That's
of
one
Monet?
the voices that I heard.
이 부분에 대해서는
Yo, I forgot they
I think
said
that is a
Monet
very
was the
valid
next one after
point.
Raven. Can they
Like
show a concept
I've
of Monet?
mentioned,
DPS 하나의 축이다 보니
because content relies on DPS, our rebalancing
이쪽에 많이
kind of focuses on how you can increase damage capabilities. So instead of focusing on distinct characteristics of dependence, I think we focused on making
No, that's
it
what I'm saying.
stronger.
Can they show
So
it?
I do hear
They haven't shown it
what
yet, but
our
I'm saying,
players
can
are
they show it?
saying. We won't just focus on DPS, but we want to create other standards to diversify our descendants. And for each standard, we want a descendant to stand out so that each descendant has their strong point and they have their own distinct
Yeah,
characteristics.
diversify them.
So would the
Which
dev team
gun
like
is best
to
on each
add
character?
anything on this issue?
네, 아무래도 말씀해주신 부분에 저희도 많이
Yes, we also do agree with what you've said. I think this is one of the most difficult problems to tackle.
가 기준이 되다 보니까
Because DPS has been our criteria, for example, Haley, she uses a huge firearm and she's a shooter. But for players,
보다는 좀 짧고 빠르게 적을 섬멸할 수 있고 빠른
it would be better if she can move faster and annihilate
Yeah,
monsters.
take
more
away the
quickly.
fucking
So
slow
그쪽으로 치우쳐 있는 부분
that she
I
has.
think this is where the descendant skills are skewed, and to make our descendants more distinctive with certain characteristics, that's pretty tricky.
You were doing it just fine, and then you
We
just
have
gave
active
everybody a gun
camouflage
build.
and a cold heart. That's how we try to
은신한 상태에서 저역총을
differentiate our
피해를 입히지만
characters. So
Yeah,
with,
but you can't. Was
camouflaging,
it? It changes her
we
kit.
can
I'm
take
saying this is like the
undercover,
whole
but,
like what's it called with her
it helps
sniper
you,
rifle
you know,
and shit
avoid
like that.
enemies. And for
Was it if you have her sniper rifle or
cold-heartedness,
like want to make a weapon crit
I think
build,
that's where
you have
what
to
our
use the
descendants
slow
prefer
based one,
most.
the one that where she encases
So
herself in ice and just
we
slows her the
learned
fuck
that
down.
this is what our users prefer, and the reason why you like
다고 생각을 하고 있습니다.
the cold heart is because
살리는 부분은 저희가
it's part of the aspects that relate to
Because like if you use the cold heart
you know,
to make her
bringing
run
out the
faster,
identity of
then
our
you,
characteristics.
that
And
defeats
for
the purpose
Raven,
of trying to make the gun build or the crit
상황을
build.
살리는 쪽으로 생각을 하고 있습니다. 네.
so for Raven, we also plan to
결과적으로는
bring out her characteristics. So we need more contents for camouflage shooting, right?
비슷합니다. 네.
그러면 이제 저희의 다음 숙제는 차가운 심장은
Now for cold heart,
보완하는데 그대로 두세요.
just leave it at that, where Haley could, you know, use it when
빛날 수 있는 새로운 콘텐츠를
she's
이게 저희의 다음
doing more action, and I think we'll put that on our list to tackle in our upcoming updates.
트리거 모듈 이야기가 나왔는데
Now for trigger modules,
이게 시즌 3로 들어오면서
in season 3, trigger modules and the ancestor modules,
그 비중이
it was the key farming goal, so it
생각을 합니다.
had more
Honestly,
importance.
trigger mods have been kind of lackluster recently.
사용되지 않는
Like they
Now
specifically
for,
make them for like one character
regular
nowadays.
rare
계획을 가지고 있고
ultimate models,
Uses
we plan
classes?
to
Yes and no.
improve it so that it can
Like it's great
have
for
more
like the
usability.
like
So
breaking
for
the parts,
models
but then it's
and
like after that,
descendants,
it's
we
like
want
what
to
the fuck else?
balance that in an ideal way.
That's why it's just like no transcendent mod is better for bossing than
Now,
with the
For
camouflage sniping.
improving models to improve descendant stats, I think we need to talk about this in the module part. Sorry, I went to another topic.
모듈 쪽에서 이야기를 좀 나누고요. 네.
Yeah,
So see, yeah.
we'll go back to this.
It's not like
topic
Sharon's
on the module
camouflage.
part.
그리고 그 다음은 이제 지금 밸런스 작업을 하면서 스킬 개수
They don't
when
want they don't want to
balancing,
make my girl Haley too powerful.
There's a power creep because
Even though she's supposed to be the sniper
most
that's
of
supposed to
it
hide everywhere,
are-
you know what I mean?
Most of our work is centered on modifiers, but we need improvements on the skill powers of our descendants. So maybe developing our descendants in a different way might be more interesting for our players.
이 부분도 저희가 지금 다음 턴에는 이런 성장
So I think in our next updates, our skill development content, I think
더 주는
we'll raise the bar for this.
네.
We are preparing for that, right?
네.
Right?
I
How
think
was that
we
a
could get an
question?
answer from the dev team?
The fuck?
네. 저 아리아느님이 질문해 주신
It kind of pisses me
Yes,
off.
on what
Like,
Ariane mentioned, he mentioned that
좀 장비나 이런 외부 요소로 인해서
equipments or other aspects,
올리고 싶다 한 것으로
we want to use them more to increase the stats of our descendants. I think that's what he told us. So currently, most of our equipments are common items. So
강화 단계 증가나
just simply increasing levels or simply increasing stats.
할 것 같고요.
I think there's going to be an overall increase.
좀더 높은
And in this process, some of the descendants that we did not intend to develop, sometimes their stats increase. Now, in the past,
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so you do a rework for fucking.
Freyna was had some weapons that she can use, and there were some.
You did a
other
rework for
external
Valby, right?
components that Bunny
She was
can
supposed to be the
use.
main attraction for that fucking episode, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Inez is
I
getting
understood
mods."
it that way, like you
The
want
one that you
certain
like
characters
less went
to
over
be-
got
to
the most
use
attention
certain
out of all of
modules
them.
or weapons, so that they have their distinct identity. Oh wait, I think something was mixed up.
네. 그렇다면은 단순 그 계승자 성장 자체에
Okay, then going back,
Get out of your PMs. Oh
then
shit!
you
Oh
meant
shit!
you want
향후
more
Comment?
diversity
Are you
in
DMing
descendant growth or
Micah
development.
some
Now,
out of pocket
currently,
shit?
You also mentioned that external components value decreased, and for this,
외장 부품 자체의
initially, the balancing pie for balancing components, it was small when we were developing the components.
You
So,
think probably? Oh no!
and in order to activate it,
That's so fucked.
the process was very complicated.
좀더 늘리고
Moving on, we plan to focus more on balancing the external
No idea what I'm talking about.
components and improving its performance.
He's just messaging you on TFT. Oh.
네. 또 다른 이야기 없으시면
So if anyone, you don't have any more comments, I think we can move on to the
This
next
is how you
question.
World Chat.
I think
Oh, so
because
you saying out of pocket
we
shit on
have
World Chat? You
a
trying to
lot
get
of
banned on this
questions,
game like you did
My
Warframe?
brain is kind of fried. Sorry, so I would like to ask for your understanding. A lot of stuff coming in. And something else that was brought up was Bunny's kick. Like every time there's a mechanism change, there's
그러므로 앞으로 계승자
new point of excitement for the players. So every time we develop our descendants,
That
we
kick
want
was a
their
bit
unique
overtuned. Like, let's
skills
just be
and
real.
abilities to be developed. I completely agree with this premise.
다음 지금 준비하고 계신 세레나나
So for Serena,
No, it
or
wasn't.
Blair
Micah's
that's coming
banned
up,
on Warframe because he said some out of pocket shit
is
on
there
World
anything
Chat.
that you have in mind for these two characters?
He's banned until 2035, right?
For Serena.
What you said?
답변하시기 전에
Oh, sorry. Before your answer,
좀 더 천천히 얘기하시다.
sorry. Can you speak a little bit more slowly?
뭐가 어려우니까 네, 조금 천천히
Hundreds of
해주시고
millions is fine.
네, 빨리 생각하셔야 돼요. 네.
Okay. Did you have some time to come up with your answer? Okay. For Serena, she
Jesus.
already has the ability to supply her bullets,
영향을 받는 계승자는 아닙니다.
so she's not.
특정 계승자나 뭐 리워크 리밸런스를 할 때
So when we do rebalancing, when for characters
문제가 있을 경우에는
who need to use firearms,
아니면 재장전을 생략하거나 아니면
Uh,
특정 스킬로 재장전을 하거나
if we need certain skills when they need to
따라서 이게 아까 말씀하신
reload their bullets,
TPS로 한 축으로 이동을 하게 되면
when we focus this on a certain TPS, it becomes pretty uniform. Most of the actions and our characters,
무한탄 있는 글레이
like Glay with infinite ammo,
뽑기 위해서
They say that, but then they gave Ines
효과만으로
the ability
With
to
simple
instantly
stats,
reload with infinite ammo.
we
Like the
can't
fuck?
cover everything.
때는 대략 한 4배 정도의
I think
Oh shit! Here,
we
I
need
shall be
to
right back.
increase the effects fourfold so that
계상자
infinite ammo dominance can actually help other descendants catch up.
부분을
So on infinite ammo, we did have this in mind in the early stages, and for firearm dealers, we do have this in mind. But
이 총기 계승자들이 항상 총기 데미지
for firearm descendants, they don't only use firearms but Inez, Valvi, and Viesa,
스킬 데미지
they do shoot, but they
딜러에 조금
are skill dealers.
면서 총을 쏜다라는
Now, they have damage capabilities, but they also shoot at the same time.
이 무한탄 빌드나
So infinite ammo build or
한 축으로 이쪽이 쏠린다라고 하는 부분은 저희도 굉장히
damage capabilities being skewed to one aspect is something that we do need to work on.
네, 이야기하시면서 또 그 몰개성화 뭐 얘기 쪽도 같이 좀
Yes, I think the issue of our descendants lacking characteristics was also brought up. Sorry, we have some hands raised up, still a lot of answers to give. I just want to clear something up.
If there's some- oh, shit.
For female and male descendants, there's I just want to clear an issue on that. You said that the dev team has a.
I was gonna take. I don't know,
but that's a misunderstanding.
on the very unfortunate part, I have to go and take care of some family shit. That's what the phone call is for. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call it here. But I'm gonna try to early start tomorrow to make it up to y'all, and we'll get like some try to get some leaderboard runs in, farm whatever else we need, all that jazz. But I do apologize. I've been taking off early quite a bit lately, and it's just unfortunate. I know. I'm trying to work on it, but yeah.
Not his skill
but yeah, I do need to go, so I do deeply apologize for you. There's plenty of other people doing the watch party right now as
but we're gonna
well.
improve his trigger
In
model.
Discord. All right.
It's a surprise.
But yeah, there's plenty of other people doing watch parties. If you want to go watch them, or if you want to just watch it on
I think we
YouTube
need
yourself.
to listen to the
But once again, I do
questions and then give
apologize,
some
but
answers.
I really gotta go.
Thank
So
you, Dev Team, for
hopefully y'all have fun.
answering all these,
If you see any cool shit,
questions.
message me on
And
Discord.
let's
Say,
get
hey
some
Saint,
opinions
they
from
talk
Sam.
about this. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Big Trevor,
overall, I
oh,
understand the balancing.
Okay,
and
but yeah, I gotta
descendants
go,
is
folks.
Really,
So
really hard to do.
have a good night, y'all, and I'll be
question
on tomorrow.